All right, guys. So, hey, it's LSuperSonicQ, and welcome to the LSSQCast for Saturday, May 27th, 2017. As always, we record live every Saturday night at 7 p.m. right here on my channel. So tonight, we got quite the cast of people with me and quite a lot of topics, actually. So, yeah, as you guys can tell from the title, we got E3 stuff, which is pretty big because E3 is right around the corner, really. We got some Toy Network plush mysteries going on because I like talking about the mystery of every week. What else do we got? Whatever else I wrote. Q&A at the end and stuff like that. So tonight we got Jack's Cheese and Shiganian returning from last week, but we have a new addition. Dean, just Dean is here. So everyone give them a round of applause because I think we're going to be in for a good stream, and I hope you guys enjoy what we talk about. So I guess you guys want to just say hi to everyone?
No.
Hi to everyone.
Huh. All right. Well, there you go, guys. There was your intro. So before we jump into the topics, though, there's a couple things I want to cover. Kind of some, whatever. So two things. One, is I keep forgetting this every single stream. I have a Patreon, guys. If you want to go support the channel, support my Patreon, if you go to my channel homepage, on my channel banner, like the cool banner where it says LSuperSonicQ and all of my different series, the links in the bottom right, one of them is Patreon, and if you guys want to go support that, that'd be great because I'm looking to possibly invest in a new microphone so the audio quality can be better for these streams and my videos because I just use the built-in mic and stuff. So you can do that. There's also a really stupid, because that's only I think a $30, the goal is $30, which isn't that bad. I'm already I think at $10. And there's a stupid $100 goal for a stupid Captain Carlos video, whatever. That's there, but I don't know. The microphone is more important, so that's one. The second thing is I'm kind of just going to clear this up really early for anybody that bothers to click this or anything like that, or anybody listening in the chat. I want to make one final point about me and my friends and then never ever talk about it again, because I guess I wasn't very, I guess I didn't convey in the video very well what exactly happened. So just really quick, people are saying, well, why don't you re-upload the video? Why don't you alter the video? Why don't you do whatever? It wasn't my choice to take the video down. It really wasn't. I think people are under the assumption that I heard about the death threats and I'm like, okay, I'm going to take the video down. That's not what happened. A third party, an actual person, a real person representing a Backyardigans affiliate contacted me and said, hey, my client is getting death threats and we traced it back to your video. I copyright strike your channel and I want you to take the video down. So I had no say in the matter. At that point, it was I have to take this down because there's no way around it. I would have, if I had heard from just some random person on Last Media Wiki, hey, I heard that a Backyardigans guy was getting death threats. You might want to look into that to maybe take the video down. I probably would have, done a little more research and then made a decision on whether or not I should take the video down or not based on, the proof that I found. But that wasn't the case. The legitimate case is that someone contacted me and said, take the video down now. And if you guys go and find the other Backyardigans videos, there were some 10th anniversary retrospectives, I think, out there, Backyardigans, which is where some of the clips came from that I used in my video. Those are all gone now. So they were serious about taking it all down from YouTube. And if I was to re-upload it, I would literally just get striked again, and they'd probably pursue some kind of legal action because I broke the copyright that that he established in when he contacted me, and I'm not going to do that. And plus, like I said, the video was the source of the issue anyway, even though it wasn't my fault. So that's the way it is. And as I said, if you guys want to re-upload it or whatever you want to do, that's your problem. I'm done with it. I'm not re-uploading it. I'm not redistributing it. If you guys re-upload it, the guy that took my video down will probably find you, take your video down, channel strike your channel, and that's no good. So I think it's best if you just forget about it. We'll probably never get the pilots now because some people ruined it, but that's the way it is. So time to search for other things, and that's kind of the end of that. So I guess that's it for the Backyardigans. With that said, though, we could jump into the Toy Network plushes, but I don't know how much you guys have to say about the Toy Network plushes. Did you guys watch the video at all?
I did not.
I didn't.
Huh. Well. Okay. I guess no one watched my video.
Yeah,
I guess I won't talk about this for too long because E3 is, I think, what we're really gonna primarily talk about. But yeah, Toy Network guys. So if you haven't seen the Toy Network plush video, you could go check that out. It was the mystery for this week, and pretty much what it is. Toy Network was a plush company in the early 2000s that made Sonic Adventure plushes, and they continued into the mid 2000s with Sonic X plushes. Now the strange thing is there were some really odd Sonic plushes that popped up in the late 2000s, and they had really strange things like, some had like costumes on, some had different like accessories. They were like seasonal looking plushes, and that was really weird. And the mystery is we don't know if they're real, we don't know if they're fake, we don't know like why they were made, where they came from. They just kind of appeared. So that's kind of an interesting point in terms of like memorabilia and stuff like that, because I don't know, that's, on one end of the spectrum, you think there's no way Sega would like approve of that. Because like, I mean, Shadow with a heart pillow that says, I love you or whatever. Like, I don't think that would happen. Like Sonic being, having like green shoes like that. Like that's like a non-canon, like not even a real thing. So why would Sega approve of that? But then on the other side of the spectrum, you think, I don't know, who would bootleg Toy Network plushes and think to do that to them? And someone actually commented today something to the effect of, I guess there were some Alvin and the Chipmunks seasonal plushes. I haven't seen those, but I know Toy Network did do Alvin and the Chipmunk plushes. So maybe they did do Sonic plushes too, but that's like just really strange, and I really don't know what to think of it. Yeah, so I guess the mystery is kind of open-ended because I don't know what else to really, I guess, look into. You can't find anyone who has any information about Toy Network because it's a really old company, a really strange company, kind of like Kelly Toy, as I said in the video. So I don't know. It's interesting, and if you guys know anything about the seasonal plushes or anything like that, then let me know, because I think the seasonal plushes also appeared in like Crane games and stuff. So you'd think that like someone a distributor would only be distributing stuff they got from Toy Network themselves, officially licensed stuff. But I guess there could be bootleg stuff I've seen videos I know with bootleg stuff in Crane games. So maybe they are fake. Just the jailed Tails plush, guys. I mean, like that speaks for itself. So I don't know. Kind of a strange mystery overall. I do have some more plush mysteries for anyone who was wondering about that. Yeah, there are some more. Not sure if they're going to be how soon they're going to be, though, because next week is actually going to be a lost pilot video, because it's some kind of I'll spare the details, but it'll make sense in the video. I really want to do it next week for like a specific reason. So yeah, that'll be next week, and yeah, I guess that's the plan. So with that said, though, I think we'll jump into E3 because that's actually a really big topic, and we are in E3 season right now. I think a couple of weeks ago when it was a month away, I kind of hit a revelation. I'm like, whoa, E3 is only a month away, and now it's only 2 weeks away, and quite a bit of stuff has actually happened since the last time I thought about E3. So I guess to kind of open the floor here, we'll start with I guess specific E3 topics. So the Mario X Rabbids crossover. What do you guys think about that?
It's bad, horrible. Destroy itself immediately.
Going off of the images we have now, it definitely looks like it's shaping up to be a meme disaster. But I think the premise could turn out well. I think it could be a solid game if they execute it right, even though what we have now doesn't really seem too promising.
Yeah, I haven't done a ton of research on it. I'm not a super fan of either franchise. It seems like kind of a weird, unprecedented crossover, but I'm going to reserve judgment until we see some more, I guess.
I'm just going to throw down the hammer and say it's going to be a bad game. I mean, no game after the first Raving Rabbids game was good anyways, so yeah.
It's actually a wide spectrum of opinions, I guess. I probably fall somewhere in the middle. Like, I think, kind of like Shiganian said, the thing that you really got to, I guess, pay attention for is the gameplay, because that's what I'm thinking. I think they said it was going to be like an RPG. So you know, while the concept is really strange and like weird, I don't know. I guess if it's an RPG, you don't necessarily need like I guess you don't need it to make sense as long as like the mechanics work well because I think Jack's Cheese has played a lot of RPGs, so he probably knows because I don't really like RPGs, but he probably knows a lot more about what like works in an RPG and what doesn't. So like what are you expecting from this game? Like if it was to be a good RPG, like what would you want to see in it?
Well, I mean, both the franchises are so like fun and lighthearted generally. Like I can't really expect it to go in any direction besides what we've already seen with like the Mario and Luigi games and the Paper Marios and all that. Like I imagine at least the tone will be somewhat similar. That can be a good thing. Like if the humor is good, if the writing is good, and like the mechanics are accessible and it's like a kids RPG, that's the expectation. That's the direction I would expect them to go in. So it might not be for everyone in the end.
Right, because I'm thinking like, see, I'm thinking if it's gonna be a good game and if it's something that's gonna impress me, I would want it to be like, I don't know, like a really in-depth like a JRPG or something crazy like that. But I guess you make a point that yeah, it probably won't be like that because it's a Nintendo kind of thing. So it probably will be more along the lines of like the Mario and Luigi stuff, since it's more kid friendly and things like that.
I think it could still be good because some of those are good RPGs in the first place. Like I just finished Paper Mario, and we were talking about that the other day. I think it's great, and maybe it's even better for people who are less experienced or for kids, but it's still a good game for anyone. So I guess it depends on how it turns out.
I didn't actually.
Oh, yeah, go.
I didn't actually know it was going to be an RPG, and that's interesting to me because the title kind of seems like it'd be more like, maybe like Splatoon-esque, or like a fun multiplayer game, not so much an RPG.
Right.
If we're getting into the RPG zone with this kind of game, it would be very amazing if they could just do Rayman and Mario team up together against the Rabbids and Bowser who capture Peach or something.
That's probably going to be. I don't see where else they could go with the story.
Well, I think the difference here is it doesn't look like Rayman's going to have any part in this game whatsoever.
Yeah, I was thinking that Rayman was gonna. Cause see, what would have been cooler for me is if it was Rayman and Mario, like, cause like Rayman wasn't Smash. Everyone was like, "Oh man, Rayman and Smash, like that's a
Right.
no go." So like, if Rayman had his day with Mario in this game, like that would have been cool. So the fact that we're going into it with just Rabbids, yeah, that's kind of that's like the one thing that's really like off-putting to me.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That seems like it would be a better idea.
So, how much do you guys think they'll show at E3, if any, of this game specifically?
They'll probably show a bit of gameplay to introduce it, but I don't think they'll show a lot just in case. Yeah.
Wasn't there like a leaked timeline or something for the release or something like that? Did you see that?
I didn't see anything about a timeline, but I know there were tons of assets and artwork that were leaked. Yeah.
I feel like so much has been leaked already. They like, why not show a lot?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Is if they already have so much artwork done and so much promotion done, I know that what leaked I think was supposed to be internal only. So maybe the actual final stuff isn't. But I would assume if stuff was leaked, especially around E3, I would assume that the game is probably pretty close to being done because I think it was rumored to exist quite a while ago, maybe a year ago, was it, or something, in like a Nintendo Direct or something.
I don't know, but
I
this
didn't
could
hear
be some
about it
lost
until
media.
then.
Hoo-hoo.
If it's so bad, they just canceled the game. Is that what you're implying?
Yeah.
I mean, if they
mean-
didn't cancel Federation Force, I don't think this game could ever garner as much hate as Federation Force did.
Yeah, that one was pretty poorly received, I guess.
Yeah, because I remember when the trailer first went on YouTube and stuff, like it had so many dislikes. Like so that whole E3, I remember there were like a couple games that were like really good, but like for the most part, everything was like really bad. There was Mario Party Star Rush, there was Animal Crossing Amiibo Party, there was Metroid Prime Federation Force. I think there had to have been another couple like stupid games. That may have been the one where Star Fox Zero was announced, maybe. I don't know. But yeah.
I don't really see
Yeah.
it getting canceled at this point because I feel like they must have realized it was going to get some backlash when they were, making the game just because the concept is so out there. So I think they're like prepared for whatever is going to come.
That doesn't sound like a good business idea.
Well,
Oh yeah,
mean-
let's make a game that's guaranteed to get some backlash. Oh, we'll make
I mean,
such a profit off that.
they also probably realize that it's really easy to market the rabbits to kids. So it's not like, it wasn't just a total gamble or anything.
the thing with Nintendo too is, I think I'm sure you've heard this expression before that like Nintendo does their own thing. So even like gambling with a property or an idea is something that Nintendo is like known to do. So I almost feel like it's not even a like
A
I
concern.
don't know. I feel like yeah, exactly, yeah, because it's just expected. Like Nintendo does wacky things all the time. So like you know how Shigeru Miyamoto is with all his crazy ideas and stuff. So showing up to E3 with swords and shields, you know how he is. So
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe it'll be a good game. Maybe like we'll get a sequel or something.
Maybe we'll get a next Breath of the Wild. Top the leaderboards for this year's games. Woo.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild with rabbits.
oh my
Found an image here. I don't know if this is a leaked image or if it's something somebody put together based on leaks that said the official announcement was supposed to be in June and then it's going to launch in August.
Oh wow.
So based on that, I think we can assume that maybe they'll have a demo, but if not, they'll probably show a lot of it in June if it's releasing that soon.
Yeah, so I guess it has been in development for a really long time. I thought it was, so huh. Well, the only thing that I can say about that though is I hope it's not a you know how Nintendo always has like the really big titles at E3, like the big showcase titles. I hope that game was not one of their showcase titles. That's all I hope.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. If that's all they have for us, effectively, like if all the other stuff is more minor than that, that's going to be a pretty disappointing show, I think.
Whoa! Don't forget, isn't there going to be some Animal Crossing on the Switch?
Actually, yes, that's when I mentioned Amiibo Festival like a few minutes ago. I thought about that. There's a new rumor actually. I haven't really looked into it. I don't know what people are saying about it, but there is a rumor that Animal Crossing Switch is going to be announced for Switch this year. Which, I mean, let's pretend the rumor's legit and it's like going to happen. Which, I mean, I'm still kind of in denial about it because I still think like I don't know. I feel like okay, I guess what I'm trying to say is like, what do you hope that Animal Crossing Switch, if it does get announced or whenever it comes out, what do you hope Animal Crossing Switch brings to the table? Because for me, I'm still like really into New Leaf. I feel like that game is still because see the thing is the GameCube one was so great. Wild World took the whole like touchscreen initiative, so that was kind of its own thing. The Wii one was kind of I want to say more so a successor to the GameCube one, but that came years later. And then we got New Leaf, which came years later, and it was kind of back to the handheld, and it did it, it kind of did its own thing. So like, I feel like New Leaf is still so new and so cemented that I don't know if they're gonna just port it, which I'd be fine with, I think, as long as they kind of tweak some things, or with the HD Rumble and all the new fancy stuff the Switch can do. I don't know if they're going to do a whole new game, and I don't know which one I would rather have more.
I know with Wild World into City Folk, they carried over the soundtrack and everything. All they really added was, the whole city mechanic, obviously. So I'm thinking they might do that and then maybe just add like another big feature for, maybe something that's what you were saying, like Switch, taking advantage of like new Switch features. But I think it won't be too different from New Leaf, just going off of what we've seen before.
I don't really have anything
Yeah,
to contribute to this one because I haven't played any of them yet.
you got to get on that.
Yeah, it's on my to-do list.
Your to-do list is too long.
It sure is.
I do hope they carry the mayor mechanic over, because I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that going into New Leaf, but I think they really did it well, and it adds a lot to the game.
Yeah, actually, I did really like the mayor mechanic. I that was like really cool. The one thing I didn't like about it though, and maybe see, I'm trying to think, kind of drawing a parallel to Pokemon. Like in Pokemon, you only have one file per game cart, and the one thing that I didn't like about New Leaf in the mayor mechanic is that whoever owned the game card, like you were the mayor, and if you like shared a game card because it can hold 4 players, it's like, well, you can't be the mayor. You have to go get your own game to be the mayor. So it's like, it's like, what the heck? So maybe they should just make it either cut the mayor mechanic out so no one feels like left out in that regard, or if they keep it in, I guess, I don't know, make it so that the power balance is more even. Because like that was the one thing I didn't like, because I would play, my sister's game and stuff, but she'd be the mayor and she'd make all the decisions. I'd be like, no, like I don't want like the wealthy ordinance. I want like the night owl ordinance. So I had to go get my own game so I could like play the town as I wanted to, which maybe was Nintendo's strategy all along. And if it was a pretty smart one, because you would sell, 3 or 4 times as many games with however many people want their own copy versus just being in a town. But I think there definitely is some room for improvement in that. But it would be cool if they also kind of took them, or maybe you could have different. I want to say like different. See, maybe if they could implement some kind of thing where if you had different people in your town, it would open up new mechanics for different roles in the town hall. So maybe like one person makes the decisions on. See, I guess this would kind of be. I don't really know how the switches. Oh no, it would maybe work. It might work well if, based on the compatible. Kind of getting all tied up here because I'm thinking about all the different ways they could be compatible, because everyone has their own Switch tablets and they all talk about local play and stuff, so you could visit each other's towns and like maybe that could have some kind of effect on the mayor role. I think there's a lot to be had with the mayor role, and like there's so much I almost can't even like think of it all now, but like if they took that idea, they could definitely improve it and kind of change some things up, which I think would be really cool. Because aside from like the one mayor per town thing, like I said earlier, I think there were some other kind of like dumb things that I didn't necessarily like involving the mayor thing. It's been a while since I've played New Leaf because my DS is broken and I never fixed it, but I know there were some tweaks. I guess this isn't really so much to the mayor thing, but something I really hated. Maybe you hated this too, Shiganian. When you went to do the town projects, and you'd pick a spot. You pick a spot that you think is like okay, and then Isabel would be like, "Well, that's too close to the river," and then you'd try again. Well, that's too close to the tree. You'd try it again. Well, that's too close to the bridge. I wish there was some kind of like grid system where you could just place the town decoration or whatever within the certain grid system, so you wouldn't have to like keep guessing back and forth about, well, okay, is this too close? Is this not close enough? Like,
Yeah, that definitely would have been good. Or even something as simple as like maybe a little check mark in the corner if you're standing somewhere where it can go. Maybe it goes away if you're somewhere it can't go, so that it's easier to pick a spot. You don't have to like check with Isabel over and over. I also think, going back to the whole mayor thing, I mean, obviously they could probably, Animal Crossing's always been like, one town per file or whatever, but they could probably just have, the ability to have multiple towns on one game on the Switch, because it's definitely not like a hardware limitation, so maybe they could do that and sort of solve the mayor issue that way.
Right, yeah.
Which would be new for Animal Crossing, but that could be like, the big feature, like multiple files,
Multiple files. That wasn't added in Breath of the Wild. Wow, there's an advancement right there.
Yeah. I think multiple files would be a really good. See, like I said, though, that's probably not what Nintendo wants, because they would want everyone to go out and buy their own game card, especially since I'm thinking that, yeah, because for every game, it either saves to the game card or the memory card or whatever. So you could always go out, like, you always had the option to make a new town, but you would need to buy a second or a third, whatever it is. So Nintendo probably wouldn't want to limit themselves and add the files, which I think that would be good, but from a Nintendo standpoint, they probably wouldn't do that. But I mean, I'd be down for it because then you could have other kinds of, like, for me, I always had just like one town, like, talking about like the GameCube one. Like, I have multiple memory cards, but I always only had one town. But I know there were some people I've gone back through like old game facts threads and all kinds of crazy stuff, and there were people with like dozens of towns just experimenting with different like things in each town. So I mean, for the experimentational aspect, it might be cool to have 2 or 3 different files, so you have one main town and then you could have another town where you could do whatever else in. I guess they would just have to kind of make some kind of limitation so you couldn't exploit like 2 files in the same card, because like I guess maybe you would, because I'm thinking you wouldn't probably be able to load 2 files at the same time or anything, but like I know one of the big things is that like you visit each other's towns, and like if there were 2 files on one card, maybe they would have to make sure that you couldn't exploit that and just like get all the benefits of visiting each other's towns. If you just use like the one game, you would need like a second game to like whatever, so you could like unlock other things.
Animal Crossing
Animal Crossing
Empire, where you visit other towns to conquer them with all of your villagers. Eventually, you'll be able to create an empire and take over the world.
Wow,
That'd be
what a game
that'd
pitch.
be a bit much for Animal Crossing, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll be seeing an Animal Crossing Fire Emblem crossover sometime this year.
With Mario and Rabbids, that's not too far off.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, with the Rabbids Mario thing, like everything is fair game now, isn't it?
What if just that reminded me when you said Fire Emblem Animal Crossing? What if there's like an Animal Crossing Warriors or something? Like Fire Emblem Warriors.
I mean, they put Villager and Isabelle in Mario Kart. Why not just put them in Dynasty Warriors?
Like they wouldn't be the first up to be the next in that series.
Which franchise do you guys think would be, would work best with the Dynasty Warriors format?
Besides Fire Emblem and Zelda.
I'm probably biased when I say this. I don't know if you guys knew it, but back before Hyrule Warriors, Platinum Games wanted to do a Star Fox like Dynasty Warriors game, but they couldn't get it to work, or Shigeru Miyamoto didn't want to go through with it, something like that. So they went with Zelda, but I'm still going to say I would like to see a Star Fox one, because I think that would be really, really cool. And even if it was just Arwen combat, which, as I've said many times before, I'm not a fan of, the like high-paced action intensity of taking down hordes of enemies in space would definitely be a nice mix-up from the on rails kind of like scripted auto flying stages. So
yeah, I think that would work well. And
I don't think any. Sorry, you go ahead.
Honestly, in my opinion, Pikmin Warriors would be the best. I mean, look at all those little Pikmin flying at you.
That would actually be
really
really cool.
Smack them, just pick them up like baseball bats. Man.
I actually like that idea. That's Pikmin Warriors. Yeah, they could probably do something with that if they really wanted to.
I was going to say earlier, I think Star Fox definitely has the characters for it too, because you've got like Crystal, obviously, you've got like the main like Star Fox team, and then there are some games that had like characters that only appeared once, but even those could go in, especially considering how I guess lenient they were with the Legend of Zelda one. Is they had a lot of like obscure characters in there, so I don't think there's any real reason that they couldn't do Star Fox Warriors.
I'm not super familiar with the whole series, but I got the impression that they've never done like a futuristic or sci-fi themed one. Like they're all very, very fantasy themed or historically themed, right? So it might be kind of a departure.
Wait,
to do.
Star Fox or?
Dynasty Warriors and that whole franchise.
Oh, yeah. I think you're right.
I think it would be cool, but I wouldn't really expect it. I mean, I guess you did say there was like something in the works or something like that. So maybe, I don't know. It would be different for sure.
Yeah, sci-fi. I'm pretty sure that most of it's fantasy. After all, they did do Zelda. So,
And
I mean,
Fire Emblem too. So
oh yeah, and Fire Emblem. So it would be a nice mix-up if they did space battles and spaceships and all that. But in my opinion, the best kind of Dynasty Warriors edition, oh man, that would be bringing back Sega games like Keck Rock Warriors.
Uh-huh.
I
You know,
mean,
That was
Keck Rock
good.
with his handy plunger, fighting against tons of toasties and Keck Rock clones. Oh man.
I bet the chat liked that.
I could see them doing some with Kid Icarus after the
I was
success
thinking
of their recent ones.
Oh, apparently there was a
Yeah.
Gundam Dynasty Warriors, guys. They did do some sci-fi.
Oh, well, that kind of changes things.
That changes everything, actually. I wonder why if they got a Gundam one to work, I wonder why they couldn't have got the Star Fox one to work. Maybe it was more so that Shigeru Miyamoto just said no because he says no to everything cool.
he might not have liked that it was such a departure from the normal Star Fox formula.
And maybe now that Zero came out and people weren't that into it, they would consider something like that.
I hope so, because I don't want a lot of people are saying the Star Fox franchise is going to die now because Nintendo thinks that Zero failed, well, no one likes the franchise, but I hope Nintendo
You
understands.
just gotta try something new.
Yeah, that's the thing. Nintendo needs to understand that it's not the franchise people don't like. It's just was the style of the game. In fact, if the game, I didn't like the game in terms of the story and all that stuff. Not I just didn't like because I thought it was too close to 64. But even if you could have, and I hated the controls too. So even if I could have used a Pro Controller with it, which you can't do, you need to use the gamepad. Even if I could have used a Pro Controller, I still think I would have hated it because the game was really uninteresting. It was like I don't even know how to explain it. It was just really, really basic. There was almost no thought put into the story, no character development, no real innovative gameplay. I mean, you had the stupid gyroscope and the gamepad was like the cockpit, but it just didn't work. So if Nintendo could realize that they need to do something different and not just rely on 64, if they did a Star Fox Warriors, or if they did a Star Fox Assault 2, or if they brought back Star Fox Arcade and all that kind of stuff, if they did something different, I think that's what people want.
I'm pretty sure Star Fox Adventures was actually received pretty well. I'm not too sure, but I'm not obviously
it's remembered pretty poorly, but maybe at the time it was well received.
I think it got good reviews, so I'm not sure why they're so scared to ditch the whole space thing.
And the only thing I can think of is maybe it just has to do with Nintendo, because I know we've talked about this with Paper Mario. They want the Mario and Luigi series to be the RPG series. They don't want Paper Mario to be that anymore. So maybe they just want Star Fox to be the shooting auto rail series, and they don't want it to be anything but that. Because I remember Star Fox Adventures was made with Ocarina of Time's engine or something. So maybe they don't want. Well, now that Zelda's totally different, Star Fox should probably take the place of what Ocarina of Time kind of did in terms of a game. But maybe they just don't want Star Fox to even be remotely associated with any other kind of franchise that has a different style of gameplay.
That would be pretty sad, but it would also explain why F-Zero kind of died out since Mario Kart kind of took its spot. Can only have one racing game franchise at once.
Mario
Keep in
Kart.
mind too that Adventures was a rare game. I don't think it was developed internally, so I don't know if they would want to.
Oh, no, I was going to say, yeah, that's true. And actually, I guess if you really want to split hairs, I'm sure you guys know that it was originally Dinosaur Planet on N64, and
Right.
the only reason why it was a Star Fox game is because Shigeru Miyamoto was like, well, these character designs look like Star Fox characters, so I'm going to put my characters over these original characters, and then it became a Star Fox game. So, like, yeah, really, it wasn't even supposed to be a Star Fox game.
It's interesting that, if he did that, obviously he was pretty open to the idea of like franchises mixing it up back then. So it's weird that he would be more opposed to it now.
Yeah, I think it's just generally speaking like a change of the gaming times, I guess. I don't really know how else to explain it because, like, I mean, back then, I think we could probably all agree that Nintendo was competing with PlayStation and Xbox and stuff. But nowadays, like people said, and like I said earlier, Nintendo does their own thing. They appeal to their own fans. People who like Nintendo are going to buy Nintendo anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. It's really strange, like the ethics of Nintendo's and stuff.
It's weird because I feel like they're getting a reputation for like not innovating or not trying new stuff, but when they do try new stuff like this ARMS thing, I don't know if you've seen much of that or looked into it. I actually haven't too much, but I feel like right off the bat people were just totally dismissing it, like nobody was into it. So like you're asking for innovation or whatever, but then like they try new stuff. I guess people got into Splatoon and all, but like they're in kind of a weird position.
Yeah, I guess it kind of goes to like what crosses the line with being new and innovative and what's just innovative enough to still be old school. I guess it's kind of like the best way I can like explain it. Cuz like I'm trying cuz it was
You
I don't
cut
know, we
out
just
there.
it wasn't what?
You cut out there.
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Oh, dang. All right, well, like Luigi's Mansion. I keep thinking about that on Switch, and I really didn't like the second game because like it wasn't true enough to the original. But if they ever made a third game, I'm not saying that I would want it to be the original. Because obviously it's new mechanics and stuff would be cool, but like they would have to keep it true enough to the original for me to still enjoy it. And that's like, for me at least, that's like the weird thing with Nintendo is that like they either do something too new and too weird, or like Star Fox Zero, it's too 64, it's too old. They didn't like do enough. So I don't know.
I've never gone into the newer Nintendo games. I played a lot of the old ones, so I don't know what happened with the second Luigi's Mansion, but I really loved Luigi's Mansion. It's one of my favorite games. I even 100%ed it, like Biff Atlas, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Biff Atlas.
Yeah, Biff Atlas was the easiest golden picture frame I've ever gotten in Luigi's Mansion.
Do you guys think we'll ever get a Luigi's Mansion 3?
I hope so.
I feel like it wouldn't be very soon. Like if they were going to do it, it might be like the generation after Switch or something like that. I can't see them doing another one very soon. I don't have anything to back that up. It just doesn't seem like they would, especially because they waited so long to do the second one.
That's a good point, yeah.
This guy says Luigi's Mansion in the style of Dynasty Warriors.
Oh my god, Biff Atlas versus all the enemies.
I think they would have to have the Portrait Ghosts fight alongside Luigi, and then it'd have to be the Boos or something for the enemies.
No. We have to fight Biff Atlas as the final boss, since LSuperSonicQ can never get the golden frame.
Yeah, that still eludes me. That killed my run. I could not get the gold Biff Atlas frame, so I just stopped playing.
That's what I call a rage quit.
Well, I tried like a lot. Like I spent a really long time trying to do that, and I just couldn't.
So
Well,
your
maybe you should
problem-
save state, because save states are revolutionary.
Well, I play on console. Excuse you.
It's getting heated in here.
My
Your problem
laptop
with
is
the-
killing my chest right now.
Your problem with the new one is that it's not like a single area, right? Like they split it up into smaller levels.
I've heard that it's a lot more arcadey and it's more like minigame based. Not like actual minigames, but with the whole style of the multiple mansions and everything.
Yeah, I think
Right.
that's what they were going for. Is they specifically wanted a mission-based system. I forget what reason they said that they wanted to go with that for, but yeah, that was that. Like when they were designing the game, like that was taken into account. Just like how Shigeru Miyamoto took into account that Sticker Star could be nothing like Thousand Year Door, like specifically.
Yeah.
1,000-year door, more like 1,000-year toilet paper.
What?
Out of context, it doesn't even make sense.
Well, I mean to say it's a bad game, and that Shiganian is has bad game taste for liking it.
Good thing we're never gonna get a Thousand Year Door 2.
I mean, I think after after all the color splash stuff, and then with I think there was like the 1,000 Year Door HD fake leak or whatever, there was like a huge like outpouring of support for 1,000 Year Door 2. So not that Nintendo would actually look into that, but I don't think we should count it out just yet, in case they actually listen to like fan feedback and stuff. But that'd be cool to see.
Yeah, Shigeru Miyamoto, if you're listening to this stream right now, Thousand Year Door 2, make it happen.
Yeah, it could be one of the 61.
Yeah,
We are sorry.
What do you think about 1,000-Year Door in Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, I mean you've got the the partners, you've got lots of NPCs to choose from.
Paper Warriors. Stick figure Mario goes against stick figure Bowser.
I think it would work well.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the Switch Paper Mario title.
There's been some good ones in the chat. I really like the Dynasty Warriors meme. Hope we can keep that one going.
I saw someone mention a while ago. They mentioned F-Zero Warriors, which I think would be an interesting way to reboot F-Zero.
Falcon Punch.
It would. I think people would like it if you played as Captain Falcon and you had all like the cheesy moves. Like I think it would actually be cool if it didn't take itself so seriously. But
Captain
at the same
Falcon
time,
versus F-Zero race cars. I wonder who would win in real life.
I think didn't some of the older, or not the older, but like the last F-Zero games have like a larger cast of characters? Like it might actually work.
I think
might
there
have-
were actually a lot of characters like aside from Captain Falcon, but I couldn't name any.
Right.
Another Samurai Goro. Because Smash Bros. That's the only one I know, though.
Super Smash Brothers Warriors. Oh man, who would have thought?
Yeah, spin-off, a Smash Bros. Spin-off.
Here was something kind of related I was thinking about. If you look at the Mario Kart 8 cast today, it's like really kind of diverse. Like they're just throwing in all these characters from different franchises. So do you guys think like a Mario Kart game with like a more akin to like Smash or something would ever be a thing in the future? I'm not sure what they would call it. They'd have to depart from the Mario Kart name, but like a general Nintendo racing game.
Super Mario Bumper Cars.
So Sega tried that, right? They had their, and it actually worked pretty well for them. They had their big crossover racing game. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried something like that, especially since they're moving towards it now.
I think, that would be really cool. And because I'm thinking, like Kirby Air Ride, that was like a racing game, but it was totally different than Mario Kart. So if they were to do it, I would assume they would kind of like not even do the Mario Kart formula at all, but they would go along the lines of Kirby Air Ride or some other kind of new way to race, which I would be fine with. I think that would be cool.
Kirby Air Rider? Are you sure you don't mean Sonic Free Riders?
Actually, no, that's a good point too, because I mean that that kind of is a racing game, but it's like it's like totally different than Mario Kart and stuff like that.
All the tricks on your 6 skateboards. Oh man.
I actually had the first 2 of those back when they came out. Yeah, I thought they were pretty good.
I never played them, but I kind of wanted to because they look cool.
I don't think I
Unlocking
totally
Silver the
understood all the
Hedgehog.
mechanics because it was actually pretty complicated, but the visuals were good, definitely.
So yeah, if Nintendo did something like that was different enough from Mario Kart, but was still appealing with a diverse cast of characters, I would be fine with that. But I think that once again goes back to Nintendo feeling like Mario Kart is the definitive racer for Nintendo, and they're not going to like change that. Just
Right.
like with Smash Bros. Like I've always thought, you know, those like Japanese 2D fighting games and stuff, where like
Yeah,
like with like the really cool like sprites and stuff, like the
right.
you
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah,
Like Street Fighter?
yeah, kind of like Street Fighter, except like the more modern ones.
Street Fighter 5?
No.
Guilty Gear and all that
Blaze Blue.
stuff.
Yeah.
The
That's-
anime-based ones.
Blaze
Blaze
Blue?
Blue,
I-
yeah.
I always thought a Nintendo 2D fighter like that would be like really interesting because I don't know. I just think that'd be really cool. But like I said, like they would never do that because it would divide like the Smash base up into Smash and then whatever this new game would be, and like Nintendo wouldn't do that. Which, I mean,
I think it's way outside of their wheelhouse.
oh,
Well,
that
I mean,
too.
If you're talking about definitive fighters, I mean, with a 2D fighter, it's not settling it in Smash, it's settling it in a brawl. Come on, guys. What are you talking about?
I guess so, but I think Jack's Cheese's point still stands. Where, because yeah, I get who plays Nintendo and is like, oh man, I can't wait for the next like 2D arcade fighter.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, I think they're getting even more like niche now. Like they've got a following, but it's a small following, and most of the people that play one of them play all the other ones too because the mechanics are similar. So I don't know if that's a move they would try making. Like it would be kind of risky for them. I don't think they'd reach a very big audience.
At the same time, though, I think if they were to make a 2D fighter, it might be popular even with like non-Nintendo fans just because of the game itself.
Oh right. I can see
Like
that.
I know a lot of times like the FGC will like await new 2D fighters and like pick them up right away and like build a scene around them. So they might actually do that with like a Nintendo 2D fighter, even if like the core Smash fans and stuff don't really accept it right away.
I guess if you think about it too, Pokken Tournament. I mean, I know that's not a 2D fighter, but I mean that kind of that's actually a really yeah.
I
As
didn't
well.
think about that.
That does kind of change things because I mean I don't want to say a direct competitor of Smash, but I mean that's a fighting game.
If there is a 3D equivalent of like that genre of 2D fighter, it's probably Tekken. I wasn't even thinking about that. Did that one like catch on? Is there a competitive scene?
Yeah, I think it's at Evo like every year.
Really
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's big.
interesting. I wonder if well, I mean that certainly changes things.
In that case, Nintendo do a 2D fighter.
Yeah.
It would be cool if we got like some really. I think a lot of the time it really comes down to the visuals for those kinds of games. You got to have really cool effects and really good characters. And I don't know if like they haven't done something with that style in forever. So I don't know if they have the capacity to do something like that. But it
The
would be
king
cool.
of fighters, man.
They would have to bring in outside people for sure and get some help
Yeah.
on it. Don't think Sakurai could handle this one.
If they did something like well, you know how they brought in the people that were working on the Sonic ports and everything to do Mania. If they did something like get some indies who were working on something like that, like they got the Skullgirls people to do it or something like, because there have been a lot of indie fighters in that style recently. They could that could work.
I would be fine with that. I don't think. Does Nintendo usually take other people's help? No, right?
I don't think that's something they do very much. No.
I think they got some help with Smash 4 actually. I think it was more like balanced philosophy stuff. But they did bring in outside people.
They did bring in outside people for Smash with Ryu.
Actually,
Ryu definitely is an outside person.
that actually would open. See, now I'm thinking about it too. It wouldn't, like, obviously it would be a Nintendo-based fighter, but you could have those third-party guests like Cloud and Ryu and stuff like that in the game. Like, I'm not saying I would want it to be a Smash 2D clone or anything like that, but like you could have like, or like, see, yeah, you see, maybe I remember we talked about this me and LSuperSonicQ not or whatever we're talking about this last week, or not last week, whenever it was, whenever we did a stream last. We're like, oh, newcomers for Smash Bros, and we were talking about like Persona protagonists and stuff. But like, obviously, Persona doesn't have a place on like Nintendo really. But there are Persona 2D fighters like Persona 4 Arena and Persona 4 Ultimax. So
Right.
as Smash Bros gets characters like Cloud and Ryu, maybe a 2D Nintendo fighter could have characters like Yu Narukami from Persona 4 and like any other kind of JRPG like characters or any other kinds of characters that wouldn't normally be in Smash Bros. They could cross over with Mario in a 2D fighter game. And yo, that's sick. Like I want that to happen now. Like my hope. Oh my gosh, my hopes are like so high now. Like for this game to happen because like it's something that I would play and like probably enjoy because like I've always kind of liked 2D fighters to begin with, but there aren't really any that appeal to me so much that like I would want to play them because like Nintendo doesn't have any. So if they did this, oh man, it'd be so sick.
I wonder if they'd have to convert Mario and stuff to like the 2D like anime art style to keep it consistent, which would be pretty interesting.
That would be cool though. Oh, because didn't they kind of do that with the Cloud poster for Smash Bros? That like promo poster. Isn't everyone like anime in that?
I think they might have, yeah. And then there was also I think it might have been Palutena's reveal trailer. They had Link in like the sort of anime art style, and it didn't look bad, honestly. So yeah, I think it would definitely work.
Oh, that would be so cool. I want that to happen now so bad. Cause yeah, they Kid Icarus, I forgot. That game used like anime style stuff anyway. So like already Pit and Palutena and Link, yeah, and then everyone on like the Cloud poster, like all those people are already done in anime style. So just like convert that into a sprite and like no work required. Aside.
And then cross over with a bunch of the Japanese franchises that they haven't put in Smash. Like they could do some Capcom and some Square stuff and some Konami stuff or whatever. Maybe we could get Castlevania.
Oh, dude, that's how Richter could fight Mario. Richter Belmont, because that was like one of my wanted characters in Smash Bros. Like top 3 wanted characters. Now, obviously, that's never gonna happen. But yo, I know Richter hasn't appeared in any like recent fighting games. I don't think, probably not. But like that could happen with Mario. Technically, it could happen, and that would be as close to Richter and Smash as I'll ever get.
Well, maybe in our 2D Nintendo fighting game, we could get a Geno.
Oh, yo, they could because if they did a thing with Square, yeah. Oh man, never mind Smash. Yeah, dude, people would buy that game just to play as Geno. They would do it. I guarantee you. If Geno was like a really big like push in that game, and Nintendo actually made a game like that and said Geno is coming back as a fighter in that game, people would buy that. Oh my gosh.
Send them an email.
I think this is a really solid idea. I don't think they're going to do it. I think it's unlikely, but like a separate fighting game, or just a single one, or like a franchise or whatever, as like a platform for different kinds of crossovers and different, like a different tone, I guess. I bet people would actually be into that. I started off thinking like that's not appealing to their base. Nobody who has the console is going to want to buy that because those people are all on PlayStation or PC at this point. But I think people could be into it, and then it would like sort of draw new people into that genre or whatever.
Any other E3 predictions?
The only other big thing I wanted to probably talk about or hope for is Metroid Prime 4, because I remember, well, first off, yeah, we need a good Metroid game. But second, it's been a really long time since Retro Studios on their Twitter. Someone asked them what game were they making right now, and they posted a picture of Prime Steak. So that kind of set everyone off thinking like, oh man, they must be doing Prime 4, Metroid Prime 4. So that's probably my number one. Okay, if this fighting game, if this 2D fighting game does not count as a hope because it's really a pipe dream, I guess, I'd say Metroid Prime 4 is probably my most wanted thing from E3, because Metroid Prime 1 and 2 were like just amazing games. Like, I really liked Metroid Prime 1, and Metroid Prime 2 was like just as good for its own reasons. I haven't played Metroid Prime 3, but I heard it was kind of weird. But I mean, regardless, okay, Metroid Prime 3, it's not Other M, it's not Federation Force, it's not some stupid thing. So if we got a Prime 4 on Switch with like super duper nice graphics and all that kind of stuff, like that'd be really cool. I guess that would be my number one, and I would say there's a pretty good chance we're gonna get it. Aside from that, I want to hope for like another Star Fox game like Assault 2, but we kind of talked about Star Fox already, and I don't think that's gonna happen. So I guess Metroid Prime 4 is yeah.
Metroid Prime gave me nightmares as a child.
Why? Was it like scary?
The floating brains? Oh man, you don't know.
Oh, you played the old ones, right?
Yes, the old one. You know, pterodactyl dude.
Ridley,
nightmares.
yeah.
I haven't played any of them, so I got nothing on this one. It's
Yeah,
it's on the same to-do list as Animal Crossing.
You have a long to-do list.
Like 6 or 7 different to-do lists. I had this idea. This is kind of branching off. I mostly play 2D stuff now, like with occasional exceptions, but like I missed out on a bunch of the classics of like the early 3D era. Like I never played a Metal Gear Solid, I never played Animal Crossing, never played a Resident Evil. So at some point I want to like, I don't know if we'll ever have time for this, but like take on a bunch of those in a row and maybe record it or something, because it's like not that many people are like totally new to that kind of 3D stuff. So it would be like an interesting new perspective or something.
Maybe you should show us your to-do list so we can help refine it.
Yeah, I'll keep that in mind.
It's actually interesting kind of say that, because I haven't played Resident Evil or Metal Gear to any extent. I wanted to play the GameCube one, but it's like $60, so I never like bought it. But yeah, I mean I've played like all the Nintendo stuff, like, you know, like Mario Sunshine and Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion and all like that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've never really played like third-party stuff for the most part.
Oh no! I just remembered Kirby
Warriors.
Kirby Warriors would be great.
Kirby Warriors.
Kirby Warriors. Oh,
I can imagine that.
I wonder if they're gonna do. I wonder if they're gonna do another Kirby this year, because the last few, they did. I think they did a couple on 3DS, right? They did Triple Deluxe and then
Planet Robobot on 3DS.
Yes, it was. So the last few have been, I think, pretty successful, pretty well received. I wonder what they're gonna do now.
The last two had Galactonite cameos in it, so of course they'd be so successful, man.
What is he even from?
He's from which one was it? Was it Amazing Mirror that he was originally found in with Mega Knight?
I don't think so.
It says he was first in Superstar Ultra.
Oh yes, that's it.
Okay,
I knew it wasn't Dreamland.
It is Kirby's 25th anniversary this year, though, so I don't think they announced a game for that. So maybe we will see a Kirby game at E3.
I think we're definitely due for one.
Oh man, I don't have enough money to buy Nintendo consoles, but I'll sell my everything I own to get that for a new Kirby game. Oh man.
What if they remade one of the one of the handheld ones or something like that, like a slightly older one that hasn't got a ton of attention.
Remade it for console?
Yeah, something like that, like Amazing Mirror or I don't know, Squeak Squad or something like that. One of the ones that was like pretty popular.
Oh, I was looking for Squeak Squad earlier, but I remember I sold it because I don't have any money.
Dang, I bought that on the eShop I think last year at some point, and I played it. It was fun, but it was really easy. I think if Nintendo was to remake an older game, I would be fine with that as long as we also get a new game. I think that would be my thing. Because like if they said like for Kirby's 25th anniversary, we're going to give you a new Kirby game and it's Amazing Mirror HD. It's like you know,
I think that'd be
Kirby's
received really well.
Dreamland remake, not any of the other ones, just regular Dreamland, no saves.
Well, they already remade Dreamland, I think. There was Nightmare in Dreamland.
Is that a remake though?
I think so.
I think so too.
I'm talking about like legit, you take it, you make it HD, and you port it over. No improvements, no nothing.
I think if Nintendo was to ever take a concept or revive a concept or anything, and I know people are going to say like, oh, well, they did that because the Kirby Return to Dreamland on Wii, people think is, or people say, was the canceled GameCube game that never came out. But I think if they were to do an older concept, I would like to actually see them revive the actual GameCube Kirby game because there were some differences, I think, between that and the Wii one. So, and I've always said a Dreamland 2 I'd be fine with to begin with, except maybe like, you know, make it so that you can actually die, so there's some level of difficulty instead of just, you know, whatever. I remember when we played that, like, we couldn't die. So I think if they took the GameCube concept and remade it into a Dreamland 2 and made it, Return to Dreamland 2, made it more difficult and kept it more true to the GameCube style, I'd be fine with that. That'd be a cool 25th anniversary game.
Air Ride was on GameCube, wasn't it?
It was.
So you're talking about that GameCube Kirby game? You want a new one of those Air Rides?
Oh, no, I mean, like, there was a canceled one that never came out that's pretty
Lost
popular.
Media?
Yeah, actually, I think it kind of is Lost Media, yeah. I'm actually
That's
not
a
sure.
video idea. Go get to it right now. Midstream, just start researching.
Well, I know a little bit about it. I'm not sure if it actually ever had a demo. It may have just had a trailer. It was at E3 2000. Before I even say this, our good friend Yuri of Wind made a video on it, so I'll probably never make a video on it.
I'll look it up. Probably not.
From what I remember, it was shown off at like E3 2004. It was delayed a couple years. They showed a new trailer. Then it was just silently went away until the Wii era, and then people were like, "Oh, that looks like the GameCube game." And I think Nintendo's kind of like, "Yeah, it's the GameCube game." So I think it would have been cool because I mean, people like Air Ride, and Air Ride was you know whatever. But yeah, I think a Kirby game like that on GameCube, that would have been really, really cool. Like I can imagine myself like, so I can imagine myself buying that game and playing it. But I probably would have had it already and played through the whole game. I probably would have bought it when I was a kid or something.
Is that it for E3? I feel like I've seen a lot of questions. You might want to reserve some time for Q&A in this one.
Yeah, we should do some Q&A.
There was one last thing we can talk about with E3. Connor said, any thoughts on what Sega might show at E3? Which is kind of a big deal.
Ooh. Yeah,
might bring back Kekrok with all this new fanfare.
Yeah, Kekrok.
I can't see them doing... I feel like they're probably going to focus on Forces and not introduce anything else really huge.
That's probably a good
Sonic
bet.
Mania or whatever.
I feel like they... Oh, actually, for anyone who doesn't know in the chat or watching or whatever, Sonic Mania was confirmed to release on August 15th of this year. So
is that for Switch?
That's for Switch, PS4, and Xbox One, I think.
Oh, okay. I thought, well, when I pre-ordered it, that's for. Oh, but there's another version coming out earlier.
Oh, is there?
Is that right? When I pre-ordered it, I thought it was coming earlier. I'm not
I think
sure
that
about
was
that.
just a like a tentative date. I think they
Maybe.
changed it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they changed it because the first time I pre-ordered it, yeah, it said something like May 26th or something. I think.
Yes, Sonic Media already came out. Well, let's get on that.
But then I got an email from Amazon at some point a couple months ago, and it said updated release date September 19th or something. And now it's finally settled on August 15th. I think it was officially announced by Sega as well, like August 15th is the day. But I don't think
Well, there it is.
probably going to talk that much about it because I feel like they're probably going to show. I think let me start over. I think there was a new zone that may have leaked at some kind of developer conference a couple days ago or something. So that may have happened. They might reveal a new zone, but I think for the most part, Mania is pretty straightforward. They'll probably have just some final like general information. But I think I'm kind of going to go with what Jack's Cheese was saying. They're probably going to focus on forces for the most part, especially since they've done their PR has been really, really horrible in regards to Mania because like we literally get like short little minute trailers at random times of the year, and I still feel like we really don't know a lot about the game. Like the fact that the character creation is even a thing makes me not want to play the game because I can't believe that was the big draw to the game. But aside from that, just the general lack of information, the lack of story, and the lack of like everything about this game, like, yeah, it just makes me like not want to like care about it, not want to play it because it's like I really hate that about Sega is like, or at least with what they're doing for Forces, is that they just like, I don't know, they like keep you in the dark for like too long. At least with the Switch, when that was like, you know, before that was revealed, people like didn't really know anything about it. I think there were some specs leaked or something, but like people really didn't know. But with Forces, for a Sonic game that was in development for 4 years, and then to show a little minute trailer here, and another little minute trailer here, and a 30-second tease here, it's like, come on, Sega, like either give us some good solid information or just save it all for E3. Like I hate that. I hate how we had to like wait like months in between little teaser trailers that didn't explain anything to us. So,
oh man, long time development, crappy PR. It's probably going to be a disappointment. They might as well rename it to something other than Sonic, and then we'd have another mighty.
I mean, I really don't know how well this game is going to do because what?
Mighty Number 9 was like supposed to be like another kind of non-Nintendo or whatever Mega Man, but then
yeah. But I don't think this game is going to be broken at a fundamental level like Mighty Number 9. At least I hope not. If it's 062, Sonic's done. Don't even bother doing anything else. Sonic Team, just pack up and close down.
I think people have said that about a few Sonic games now. Like Sonic, like how can you recover from this? But they keep going.
What games have people said
too big a franchise? I don't really follow Sonic very much, but I know there were a couple of like the older ones. I forget, not like old, but you know, that people were saying like Sonic is just strayed way too far from the original formula, and they have to like, you know, I'm not really articulating my thoughts.
Well, you know, if they survived past 06, then
06
survive
the
this
second
one, no matter how
Cataclysm.
bad it is.
Well, I guess my thing with 06 is that was like strike one. Like, yeah, 06 was horrible, but like before that, okay, people would argue Shadow the Hedgehog was strike one, but I mean, really that was a spin-off game. So like before that, it was Heroes and Adventure 2 and Adventure 1 and like, you know, then all the classics. So like I feel like 06 was really the first strike, and I think Secret Rings was really bad, but Black Knight came out, I'm pretty sure, soon after, and Unleashed was I think at the time it was like not well received, but I
don't think any of those were well received at all.
Yeah, I think you're right, actually.
But people bought them. I mean, I wonder how long they can keep making like mediocre games in the series and continue selling them.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Is like, I think there's going to come a point, and maybe it will be with Forces, maybe it won't be, where like they just can't sell them anymore. Okay, kind of what my initial thing, what I was getting at is I don't know how successful this is going to be, because on one side of the spectrum we have all the memesters and like, you know, personas and all the DeviantArt people and, you know, whatever, like that part of the community that are probably going to buy the game and meme it. But then you know, and then like, you know, people like me aren't going to buy it. But then again, you know, fans might buy it to check it out just in general. And maybe the DeviantArt meme people won't actually go through with it as much as we think they are. Maybe as we find out more information, you know, they're going to decide that making a meme character isn't going to be worth dropping $60 on. So I really don't know exactly who this is really going to like benefit in the demographic or how well it's going to be received. Because I mean, it's really possible that game websites will just make a meme review. Cold Steel the Hedgehog, guys, 4 out of 10.
Oh man, that would be the best. I'm really excited for Cold Steel the Hedgehog to appear in my next Sonic game. I mean, Cold Steel has always been with me. His motto, nothing personnel, kid. Oh, that's always.
I can already envision, like, you know, all like the classic Sonic OC images being made like day one and just spread everywhere.
Right.
And that's kind of the thing too, is like, yeah, all that is probably going to happen, but like for how long though? Like it'll probably be a meme game for like a week, and then everyone's going to be like, yeah, okay, like that was a waste of $60. Never going to play that again.
All right, no, to be honest though, come on, guys. I think the world is ready for another 06.
Whoa, that's a pretty big statement. Okay, actually, okay. I don't know when this was or why I said it or whatever. I think I actually did say recently that maybe Sega needs another 06 to really like understand the kind of like where they are in the market. So I forget if I retracted that statement at one point, wherever I said it, or if I stick to it. But that's an interesting concept to think about, is if Sega does suffer another 06, are they going to wake up and say, wow, I think it's time we make Sonic Adventure 3? Or are they just going to be like, oh, wow, let's make Sonic Lost World 2 or something? Like, yeah, that would be an interesting dynamic if that actually happened.
Shadow the Hedgehog 2.
I think we need more Sonic Boom games. That's the franchise that they should be focusing on.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Oh, actually, okay. I'm glad you said that, because that's actually. I think I did retract that statement, the whole 06 thing. I did retract it because I remember I said Sonic, yeah, Sega needs another Sonic 06, and then Boom was the Sonic 06 too.
Right, that's a good point.
And they still didn't make SA3, so.
And they made a sequel to that one, so.
Right, yeah. So I guess they didn't learn anything.
You know, the reason why they made the sequel, it's got to be because of the cartoon. It's got to be because of that.
Well, I don't know. I've heard really bad yeah, the cartoon is like charming, haha, it's a meme, but like I've heard that the ratings for the cartoon really aren't that good. I heard they only get like, I don't know, like less than 100,000 views on Premiere. Like that's really low. So I don't really know like where people were saying like, oh, the cartoon is so good. Like, yeah, I'm sure it appeals to some extent to some people, but like I don't know if like I think Sega is just really dumb, because even if you look at this is kind of straying away from games, but even if you look at like the Sonic merchandise and stuff, okay, that I've talked about with Pat Mac all the time on these streams. Tomy and Sega are like really cool with pushing out the Sonic Boom stuff. Toys R Us almost dropped the Sonic line entirely because Boom wasn't selling. Yet they continue to make more Boom merchandise, and the Boom stuff wasn't even affected by this huge delay in regards to the classic and modern merchandise, you know, which were supposed to be out months ago, and they're still not out. So say something while I go plug this in my computer.
Well, you know, maybe they just kept out the Boom franchise and the Boom merchandise. Maybe it was all because they had a pressuring sponsor, you know. Maybe there was someone from behind the scenes pushing them to make Boom games and then trying to steal Sonic. You never know. It could have been some evil conglomerate enemy that's planning to take over the world through crappy video games.
I like it. Good theory. Good theory. We'll get the plungers out for that one.
Yes. Everyone, get out your Kekrok conspiracy plungers. We're diving into the conspiracies here.
I saw a couple people say we need Mean Bean Machine 2 at E3. I don't think that's going to happen because it's pretty much just a Puyo reskin, right? And we already have Puyo Tetris on Switch.
Speaking of E3, maybe a new Blizzard World of Warcraft expansion pack in the works. You know what I'm talking about? World of Warcraft.
I have not followed them at all.
Well, I don't follow them either, but you never know. They might actually have a new Hearthstone. Yep.
Sonic Spinball. We could get some Sonic Spinball.
Sonic Spinball. Is that like pinball except with a spinning pinball instead of a normal pinball?
There was a Genesis game, and I think there might have been like a Master System version too.
Dr. Sonic.
It was just pinball and with the characters in it. And
Tetris
he was the ball.
Sonic. Dr. Sonic, just like Dr. Mario.
I don't think they're going to do another one of those.
Oh no! For any Nintendo game, what Nintendo is missing is the Match 3 formula of games. You know, they need to move to mobile. I mean, they have done some mobile games like the Sonic running game they made. They need like Match 3, guys.
When's he gonna get back? I can't
He's
carry
in the
this.
chat. He's talking about another LSuperSonicQ video ruined someone's life.
I think he's talking about Kekrok guy.
Oh, Kekrok guy. Oh no. Kekrok guy.
It actually is kind of sad if like he didn't like the reaction to it or something. I don't know.
Ugh. Hopefully he doesn't delete his channel like he claimed to in the chat. Not after we just hit 18K. No.
Yeah, there's no going back now.
Channel will be lost media, but who would make a video on it?
Sonic Mon E, successor to LSuperSonicQ.
No, JTV would make a video on my channel.
Yes, he would.
You can always count on JTV in the end. Are you still there in the chat, JTV? We love you.
I think we're gonna turn to comments now. I think that's it for the E3 stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, I guess right. Were you guys done with E3?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
all
we're
set.
done.
Mother 3, please. That's my final.
Mother 4.
That's my
Come on,
word.
dude.
Well, there you go. Mother 3 and Mother 4, apparently.
Don't forget Mother 2.5.
All right, so I guess we'll turn to the chat. So, okay, first off, John, I said you could be on the stream next week. So, yeah.
I thought it was going to be on this week when you brought it up. Why isn't he on this week? Give us answers.
Well,
LSuperSonicQ.
because he said he wanted to be on stream next week for his birthday, and I'm like, okay. So we were going to do it this week. That's actually really strange about the Kekrok thing, because like,
What exactly happened with Kekrok guy?
I don't know. I guess Purdy is saying that he was ashamed that Kekrok was found out to be fake, which, I mean, didn't people kind of think that to begin with? And that he left the internet, I guess. So I don't really know how true that is. I mean, like I said, though, his Twitter, it says account locked or abandoned account, but like, I don't know. Like, is that just because of my video? And if so, like, wow, I am doing some real harm here. Some real unintended consequences of LSuperSonicQ's videos.
Well, I mean, come on. LSuperSonicQ. I almost revealed your name there. Oh no, that would have been a bad idea. That's doxing.
Oh,
Plus
before I forget, wait,
embarrassing
let me get the
photo.
Discord link. This is the Mario 64 Discord server, but I'm in it and Pamac is in it, so you guys can join if you want.
Real A is putting it in the chat.
Oh, I thought Jackson Jax Cheese set up the link.
It's,
Oh,
right.
Doxing
Well, he
everywhere.
put a link in there, but it wasn't a good invite link. It was like a
was it expired?
no. It was like he gave the URL
Yeah, here.
link from the browser version, which
Oh,
doesn't work unless you're already in the channel.
okay. You're not a mod, so I didn't see your message that.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Should I join that one? I'm not in it.
If you guys want to. I mean, we monitor the Discord, and so it's not like if you're gonna go and troll them, we're like we have mods in there, so we can ban you or whatever if anyone's gonna be a wise guy. So no worries, Connor. It's only true fans.
Only true
Will you
fans.
ban
Well,
me
I'd
if I
get
go on
banned
there?
immediately due to my wily wits and trolling trolls. I am the bridge master. I hide under my bridge, throwing memes out from below.
I think there was some other stuff people wanted me to say. Okay, so pretty much for the whole stream, Ed Mario was saying, LSuperSonicQ, now that you're done talking about topics, can you talk about the Rare Rocco's Modern Life 1989 MTV pilot? I don't know anything about that. I would have to research it, which I couldn't do right now in the stream, but it's old, it's Nickelodeon, and it's MTV, so I am definitely game to researching that. I'll just have to get back to you on that because I don't know anything about it, and yeah, it sounds interesting, though. I hope it's kind of like Kappa Mikey. And I think Rocco's Modern Life was kind of more on the adult side, even for a Nicktoon anyway. So I wonder what the MTV pilot could have been like. That's pretty interesting. The Collective Animation Archive said, LSuperSonicQ, talk about the Pixar Made in Point Richmond DVD in the podcast. I don't know that much about it. I know that it has some rare Pixar shorts on it, and I think someone found a copy of it, but like there's some guy that like doesn't want to release it or something. So I unfortunately don't know that much about that, sadly. But I know there was a thread on Lost Media Wiki. If you guys see any comments you want to comment about, you can point them out.
We already talked about the Rabbids and Mario thing a little bit at the beginning of the stream, so that's no point in rehashing that, really.
You can check it out in the VOD that will be posted to YouTube at the end of the stream.
Yeah, it was like one of the first topics we talked about, like right off the bat. By the way, I'm really bad with timestamps, guys. Like I always say, oh yeah, I'm going to timestamp the videos, and I just never do. So sorry.
You should hire someone to do it for you.
Yeah, why would you timestamp the videos yourself when you have someone else to do it for you?
I mean, like if someone wants to actually make a legit timestamp thing like that, I'd pin your comment, and that would be like major LSuperSonicQ props if someone wanted to do that. I think a couple people did do it once, but
Hopes for E3 was pretty much the entire first segment of the stream, so I don't know if there's anything more we can say about that.
Purdy said, are there any updates on the Kelly Toy Fire Mario plush, or is it still a complete mystery? Same as when you made the original video. It's pretty much still a mystery. There's really been the only plush kind of stuff that ever happened was how the chowder stuff evolved into the cheese plush. Like that's like the most diverse thing that happened. Other than that, though, nothing on the Kelly Toy Fire Mario. I don't think we'll ever get anything on the Toy Network plushes. So, yeah, unfortunately, nothing there. There actually hasn't been that much stuff about most of the topics I've covered. JBVO, like I said, Captain Bizarre found the clip, and then Kappa Mikey, we have a lead, someone who has a VHS. But that's about it. Nothing really with anything else. Anything you guys want to? Well, Amazing John says, don't forget to subscribe to him.
Don't forget to subscribe to Amazing John HD, guys. He is a top quality YouTuber who has had very good connections to LSuperSonicQ. Please.
I actually do think John does do really good sculptures. Dude, where's Clay Models 3? I remember that. Dude, you haven't made that yet, right? Or did I miss it? I definitely couldn't have missed it. Dude, get on Clay Models 3. You have to.
Did you? This is just a question from the chat. Have you read or seen anything about the Castlevania show on Netflix?
Yes, I watched the trailer actually.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
It's pretty short. There's really not much to go on. I gotta say, I think it looks dynamic and cool, but I don't like the design of Simon Belmont. I think it's supposed to be Simon Belmont because I heard that the series was supposed to be based off of the first 3 games, I think. So like I like how it looks. Like it's really cool, but I don't know. I wish that the designs were more closely resembling to the original games and the original designs.
I'll have to take a look and see if I agree with you on that.
Hey, LSuperSonicQ, a question from me personally. What are your thoughts on LSuperSonicQ merchandise?
Probably will never happen.
Never happened? I mean, come on. I want my
What
Lost
about like
Media
shirts?
shirts.
Something simple.
Do people want LSuperSonicQ shirts though? I mean,
I'd buy a shirt.
I would
I'd buy a shirt.
I would also buy a coffee mug. That would be
oh,
Maybe you could get like some of the really cheap, like if Vistaprint is still a thing, you could buy like a bunch of coffee mugs and like I don't know what else, pins or something like that.
vinyl figures.
yeah, vinyl figure. That's good. If you guys actually want shirts, I guess I would make shirts if you want. If you guys really, because see, this is the thing. No one buys my clay. No one donates to my Patreon. No one wanted my promo DVDs. If you guys want shirts, I will actually make shirts and sell them. But like, you guys have to buy them. If you guys say you want shirts, then like, and I make them, you guys have to buy them. But like, if there's a demand, I'll do it. So,
This guy, you go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll have to think about how I would sell them or how I would make them. Like how I would take, everyone's different size and actually print off, I don't know, 10 shirts or whatever. But
This guy says, "What are your thoughts on FLCL?" I don't think any of you guys have watched it. I know.
I watched that, yeah.
Oh, you have? Because I know your brother did, and I was going to watch it because he wanted me to, and I think I only saw the first episode.
Yeah, it's. Wait, someone said what thoughts?
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna make a straw poll for that shirts thing. I'm gonna put it in the chat and see what everyone thinks. So I'm gonna post it in the chat right now.
Sure, yeah. Maybe I okay, everyone in the chat is saying okay, maybe I don't promote my stuff enough. I mean, I thought I did, like my clay, but maybe I don't. Anyway. FLCL, it's a really good anime. If you want to watch a good anime, just watch FLCL. I have nothing else to say about it except it's just you gotta watch it. Like that's all you can say about it. David Logic was saying, what are your thoughts on Wario? It's a pretty specific question.
I'm sorry.
Why is it?
I'm sorry. I just realized on my straw poll I called it "Should LSuperSonicQ shirts?"
I mean, it gets the point across fine. I think it's clear what you're trying to say.
It's close enough.
We have 10 votes for yes and 2 votes for no, though. There's a 83% majority.
10 people isn't a lot, though. 10 shirts would be not that good.
I mean, how much do shirts usually go for? Like $20? If you buy a shirt online. I mean, 20 times 10, $200. That's
Oh, now we're up to 13 votes for yes.
That's enough to buy a Mario, or that's enough to almost win a Mario Party 5 plush from Yahoo Japan until Japan, Nadeshiko Japan bids ever so slightly more and then loses, and then you lose, and then they flip it for $9,000 on eBay.
Just got real.
Well, you
Good
should
stuff.
remember, we only have 60 viewers right now. Well, actually 59. So 15 votes with 13 yes. That's like more than a fifth of the viewers right now. So that's a lot of people.
Is this? I can't tell
Well,
if this is
anyway,
just a meme.
so TurtleCraft
This guy
Z1 saying
says-
jailed.
Jack's Cheese, yes, go.
Sorry, you go. Is he gone?
Just go. Just do it.
What happened?
I have no idea. Just say what you want to say.
I actually lost it now.
Oh.
Did he disappear? What
New
happened?
meme. Yep. Jailed Tales is the new meme. Shemex2 was saying Pokemon Battle
Wait,
Day
what
is
happened there,
June
LSuperSonicQ?
1st. Oh, which is on Thursday, and I can see the cake. Yeah, I can see that.
Can you hear
emoji.
us?
I don't know what happened. Hello? LSuperSonicQ?
Hello?
Anyway, thoughts on Wario?
Wario World 2. That would be a good game. Did they make a Wario World 2?
Couldn't
I'm
tell
not
you.
sure.
I think Wario is a solid franchise.
Oh, looks like LSuperSonicQ is lagging out in the stream right now. Everyone, calm down. We're having problems.
We gotta carry the stream.
We gotta carry the stream. Oh, be right back. Oh, crap. We're the Three Musketeers.
All right, we got it. All right, I can't tell if this is just a meme. This guy says, "What do you think of the leaked Cheese the Chow and Waluigi crossover?"
Okay, wait. Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you now.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everyone, remain calm. The stream is back in order. We were not having nervous breakdowns without the host. Definitely not.
Speak for yourself.
Yo, Justin, the video game music remixer, said if you make a shirt, you should totally have Jailed Tales on it.
A jail tail shirt. It's perfect.
It's pretty good. That was pretty good.
Ed Mario was saying stuff about Ren and Stimpy deleted scenes. I don't know anything about that. So, and also, can you do a Mystery of Cat Scratch 2004 pitch pilot? I don't know about that either. Well, actually, no. I know a little bit about that. I could probably put together a video on that, but the Ren and Stimpy thing, I would have to look into a lot more.
I see comment that says, "What are your thoughts on Mars bars?"
Is that a kind of candy?
Yeah.
I've never had a Mars bar.
Well, what are your thoughts on Mars bars?
They're out of this world.
Okay, that's a good pun. I'm done with you. I think I should leave now because of that pun.
Well, what the heck else was I supposed to say? I said I didn't even ever eat them.
You could just lie.
That was just a bad answer, man. You're just ruining the stream, is all I have to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna delete my channel, guys. So it's okay.
You should just leave it to us, honestly.
All right. Well, let me say it really quick. Just in the video game music remixer said, so how did you come across the awful Toy Network seasonal plushes? I'm trying to think. I think they were just in eBay searches. Well, I had seen them on Sonic Gear, but I think probably Sonic Gear actually. That was the first time I saw them, and then they kept reappearing in eBay searches. So yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Why don't you guys take the wheel here?
the
I was
person
just
who
joking.
asked, David Logic, who asked what are your thoughts on Mars bars? He changed his question to, "What are your thoughts on M&Ms?"
Oh, M&Ms. I actually don't like M&Ms that much. I used to like them, but not really anymore.
You're blasphemous, and you should pray to God that you don't go straight to non-candy world. All right, let's go.
Wow. Okay. I guess
That's just
liking
taking
Skittles
over.
doesn't count for anything.
Oh, Skittles, that's fine. As long as you don't like the green Skittles. Green Skittles are the worst. As you may know, green
You're the
Skittles
worst.
are blasphemy compared to the lime Skittles that they originally were. Green apple is just the worst idea for Skittles ever.
I mean, I can't even tell the difference. Green apple, green whatever, it all tastes fine.
No, it's not true.
I
Wine
think we're
has
getting
like a
caught up
little.
on something that people don't really care about that much.
I think you're right. I forget I forgot how to pronounce her name. Moa said, "Hail LSuperSonicQ, thoughts on ARMS?" I think it's an interesting concept, but it should have been a packing game and not like a $60 franchise game. So.
What's ARMS? The only ARMS I know is an Xbox arcade game from many years ago called Small Arms.
Oh,
I've never heard of that.
It's a crappy game. You shouldn't play it. So what's ARMS?
ARMS is the new Switch game.
What is it about?
I think a demo is actually dropping sometime soon.
Yeah, they already did the test thing.
Did they?
What is the game about? Give me a premise. Give me some.
It's like kind of like a fighting game where you use the Joy-Con controllers, kind of like a Wii remote, and you kind of it's essentially Wii boxing, but a little more in depth.
What a shame. They could have gone 2D fighter game.
Oh, dude, they could have. Yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
Yep, missed opportunity. Premiering the Switch with a 2D fighter game.
That would have been really cool, really hype. Am I the Master of Disguise, who I think is just Sonic Gamer, said, LSuperSonicQ, I want a mod. Just asking a question. Yeah, I am not just gonna like hand out mods or whatever. I picked the people I did for a reason, so I do not hand out mods, unfortunately. Old TP Buser22 said, "Notice me, senpai. Well, consider yourself noticed."
We have someone asking for thoughts on Goombella from TTYD. So I think I can take this one.
Not a good Goomba. I mean, it's not Goomba.
No, that's the thing. Is a lot of people consider her not viable in the late game, but if you upgrade her and you get multi-bonk paired with, a power plus P, she's basically as good, if not better, than most of the late game partners. And that's what I'll say about that.
Oh my god. Thoughts on Jail Tales Warrior. Oh my god. Jail Tales Warriors.
I think they should make that. That would probably be better than Sonic Forces.
Sonic Warriors. Did we bring that up? Sonic Warriors? Was that one?
Someone I saw mention that in the chat, and I kind of I read it, but I didn't bring it up earlier.
Back to that whole mod thing. You chose the people you did for a reason. You chose me because I asked you. That's not fair.
And you're also like you have close ties to LSuperSonicQ.
I do. I know you in real
so.
life, but does that really count for anything? Can you really trust me?
Maybe not. Maybe I'll have to revoke your mod license.
No, don't. I want to stay a mod. I get to stick out, and my troll comments will remain prominent.
Wow.
Yes.
John said, LSuperSonicQ, in 5 years, the projection of your subscriber count is 708,000. That's pretty awesome.
Oh, maybe you should get a Sonic Mon E to make Amazing John a new channel logo and channel art.
I don't think he does commissions.
I don't think his art would actually work well with John's channel. There's no girls. Of course, it wouldn't work.
Wow. Mega Nemosu said, make a Redbubble for your shirts. Maybe. If that's easy enough to do, I will. I have to look into that, though. Moa said, thoughts on Sega Forever? Wait, what? What is that?
I don't know what that is.
At first I thought you were talking about Sega Amazing, the new arcade initiative, and I was going to say that would be really cool if because the trailer has Soap Shoes Sonic plushes in it. So I'm like, yo, if they can like relocalize, not relocalize, but redistribute, re-release. Yeah, there you go. Re-release Soap Shoes Sonic plushes. That would be great, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to do that. If that's not what you mean, then I don't know what Sega Forever is.
I pulled up an article here. It looks like Subscription-based, maybe re-release of their old games for maybe for mobile or something like that. Yeah, so the name exists. There's like official media accounts and stuff like that, but I don't know exactly what it is yet. But the speculation is subscription-based service for playing its back catalog
Oh, that's
on
kind
new
of cool.
platforms.
I guess that's cool. I don't really have anything else to say, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. Well, depending on how they do it, it could be like a money grab, which would be dumb, but to play old games, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, if they do it right, that's the key, is doing it right. Am I the master of disguise? Said LSuperSonicQ. Get your daily hoo-has? Yeah. I don't pose daily or do my daily hoo-has. So
Am I a master of disguise's name? I think you're reading off a question that asks if you're a master of disguise. Are you a master of disguise, LSuperSonicQ?
no.
Wow, that was pretty blunt.
You heard it here first.
Straightforward answered, yeah.
I am, in fact, a master of disguise. You might not know, but I'm actually a mod.
Maybe Dean is Sonic Toast.
Maybe I am.
Maybe we finally got Sonic Toast on the stream.
Wasn't he supposed to go on a stream a while back?
He was, yeah, the 6-hour stream last year, and he didn't.
I don't think anyone would really want to be on a 6-hour stream for 6 hours.
I'd go for it.
Well, no. They weren't gonna be in
nothing
it.
else to do.
They weren't gonna be. He wasn't gonna be there for 6 hours. He was gonna be there for a portion of it.
What portion? The middle portion? The early portion? The later portion?
I guess whenever he could join, pretty much.
That's not professional business practices.
Otto said, have you seen any lost media that there is little information for, but intrigued you a lot? And oh, you guys were saying, yeah, Beavis would definitely be one of them.
Didn't you say Beavis was like solved recently though, or there was like a solid idea about it?
Yeah, there's a theory that was kind of passed around. I think it was first thought up a few months ago, but just recently, more people have kind of been realizing it, that there was a Power Pad game in Japan only, and it was called like Rai like Bibe Su something, blah blah blah. I don't know. And then people speculate that translated it was Beavis. It was just a really bad translation. I pinned the comment in the Beavis video. You guys can check it out. But yeah, it was something like an unlocalized Power Pad game that just had a bad translation, which makes a lot of sense if you read through the whole theory. It's a really good theory.
Maybe you should make a video on it and give him credits, and then give him subscribers because he found the answer.
A lot of people tell me to do updates on lost media, but I prefer just to pin comments because, if I don't know, there are 10 say ongoing mysteries right now, and if I made updates for all of those 10, not to mention every time something new does get found out, my channel would be overrun with just little 2-minute videos. Hey guys, blah blah, and it would distract from the main videos and also just make my channel look really bad. So
well, this sounds like something that's solved.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. If you want to find some updates on the lost media, check the pinned comments on the videos.
Yeah, I like doing that. All my lost media videos, I think, have pinned comments that give updates. Skit Rex was saying something about having a copy of Drew's famous magical jukebox. I have no idea what that is. So, I don't know. Ed Mario said, will you ever do a video on lost bumpers? Probably not, because I don't like bumpers.
You don't like bumper cars?
Well, TV bumpers, I should say.
Oh, okay.
The little stuff, ads before,
I think you mean bumper cars.
Yeah, I mean bumper cars.
I think what you're talking about is,
I definitely did not mean bumper cars. Are you no, he meant bumpers No.
I'm pretty sure what you mean is bumper cars.
I'm pretty sure you mean like the bumper is at a bowling alley where you can use the bowling ball and jump the bumper.
Oh no, I don't jump the bumper. I go in the gutter and I jump lanes.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't think it's possible to jump the bumper unless you throw it over the bumper in bowling.
I guess that's one way to do it.
Anyways, I have a different question for you, LSuperSonicQ.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on the new generational fad, fidget spinners?
Oh. I haven't really like come in contact with them, so I don't really care that much. But they are kind of annoying how they pop up everywhere.
They're annoying how they pop up everywhere. I've seen them in real life before. They're actually pretty stupid looking. I don't know why they're actually so expensive in some cases. To be honest, I don't know how it became such a big fad in the first place. I mean, can't you just get something and spin it yourself? Wow, I'm so disappointed in this generation. Humans should just...
So it's pretty edgy.
Humanity
It's pretty edgy.
should just... I'm done. Whatever.
That's
Tangent
probably
over.
good. Probably
Go
stop there.
Q&A garbage super LQ. What? I don't know.
It's Resident Evil 3.5. I don't. Somebody's talking about it. Looks like lost media or like a lost prototype or something. There's no Yuri of Wind video, so check that box off.
I'd have to look into that because I don't know what it is.
Re-upload me and my friends LSuperSonicQ. I've seen many comments of that.
Well, Lane is bored, so he's leaving. Unless that's a meme because you spelled bored wrong. And then, okay, Vesty. Yeah, I'm not going to re-upload it because I was told to take it down by, like, important people. And I'm not going to jeopardize my channel by re-uploading it. So you'll have to find a bootleg copy somewhere. Thoughts on re-upload me and my friends Warriors? I can imagine Pablo being a pretty good character in a game like that.
Gino. Super Mario RPG Warriors.
That would be kind of cool. But they could just add Gino to like a Mario Warriors game, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gino would be like literally the selling point of any game. I mean, if you put him in Smash, they'd buy Smash.
I don't know why. I don't know why people aren't more into Mallow. I feel like people would be looking for that Mallow cameo, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think Gino just overshadows him for some
Shovel
reason.
Knight Warriors?
No, just no. Don't even.
Shovel Knight Warriors?
See, the problem is they'll never make another game. The people making Shovel Knight because they have to do like the 7 DLCs they promised to do because they have 10 times the amount in their Kickstarter.
Someone was saying something. Oh, Mega Turtle. What if you could tap Amiibo into forces and unlock costumes based on that character for your OC? Sonic 2 would be canon.
Amiibos will actually have another use.
I don't think they're going to probably be any Amiibo compatibility with Sonic Warrior or Sonic
John
Forces.
said Xenoblade Warriors. Oh,
Is that a game? That sounds like a game. Like
yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles is the game.
I thought they did like a spinoff or something, but that was actually Xenoblade Warriors. Ed Mario said maybe make a video on the lost 1998 pilot for Rocket Power. Isn't that at the like Paley Museum for Media in New York? I think I've heard that that's actually there. So
Introducing the Tetrominoes.
Tetris Warriors. Wow.
The Tetrominoes will take over the world with their difficult jigsaw puzzles.
Wasn't
Scooby-Doo
there-
Warriors.
A Tetris movie planned a while back.
There
Was there?
was. Yeah, I heard about that. I haven't heard anything
Intense.
about it since. So
I
I
mean,
don't
a
know.
Tetris movie, that sounds hot. I mean, seriously. How
Whoa.
would it go?
Getting spicy in here.
Oh, Final Fantasy Warriors would be really cool. Amazing, John.
I think that was brought up
There
earlier.
is There is a well, I guess this isn't really that similar, but there's a Final Fantasy fighting game. I think it's just one-on-one.
I'm just imagining the Tetris movie now.
But
It's just like a massive competitive Tetris tournament with some like it's old school, so there's like referees and like the hot girls walking across the stadium.
except they're like T pieces or whatever.
And I could just imagine in the background of like a bar scene, you have like
There's a bunch of people in the crowd, but it's just a
Oh,
bunch
nice! The phone rang. That
of line
The phone
pieces.
rang.
Oh, it's a
Classic.
classic.
classic. Well, I'm muting the mic. Entertain everyone.
All right, everyone, here we go. We've dropped the biggest loser in the call, and here's for some quality entertainment. All right,
It's the
Saganian, off
Deancast.
to you.
The L and the Q in his name stand for Laser Quest.
Yes, I've seen that in the comments before. Did you get it from there? Oh,
I did actually. LSSQ is pretty good at Laser Quest, if you guys don't know.
yeah, you guys don't know this, but LSuperSonicQ camps the ramps at Laser Quest. He's the master ramp
element-
camper.
He does.
The L and the Q stand for could you re-upload the me and my friends video Q?
The L in LSuperSonicQ stands for taking the L's. I suck, apparently. Oh, man. Thanks, LSuperSonicQ. Gave me the L there. I mean, I was pretty bad because I named myself, beep, beep. I'm not going to say the name. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
Hey, do we have that embarrassing photo of LSuperSonicQ that we could show?
Oh, guys, I got this embarrassing photo of LSuperSonicQ. In fact, I can actually reveal his full name. As everyone in this call knows his actual name, believe it or not, we can reveal it right now.
Can dox him several times over.
Yeah, his name is Bob Yenfag. You wouldn't get like the intricacies behind this name, but it's true.
Why did people stop asking questions?
I think it's because they don't like us. To be honest, we're
That's
probably
fair.
dragging down the entire stream. They have nothing to ask us.
Mostly you, but
John, his name isn't Robbie, it's Bob. Oh my god.
Got a question in the chat here from LSuperSonicQ. How does it feel to like TTYD? And I'm gonna go ahead and say it feels pretty good. I wake up every day in a state of pure elation, which I can only assume is a result of Paper Mario.
Hot dog.
Hot dog.
Hot dog. What are your thoughts on hot dogs, guys? Let's be honest here. I like hot dogs. I had hot dogs for dinner and everything. I sometimes have them for lunch. What are your thoughts?
I hate them.
I have to have them. Sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, that
I gotta
I
have
was,
'em.
I was just saying. I hate them. They're awful.
Oh,
Um,
oh. I gotta have them plain. I don't like it when they get really complicated, but other than that,
I have them plain. I have them boiled, plain, in a hot dog roll. Hot dog.
you like relish?
Oh yeah, I relish in glory every day.
I meant on hot dogs.
No, I don't want relish on hot dogs. Let's be honest. The only topping for hot dogs is horseradish. But my question is if you know what an horseradish is.
It feels good, John.
how does it feel to know that you're running the stream?
Oh, we're
Jack's cheese
ruining the
twice.
stream. Yes, it feels very good to ruin the stream. It's actually my only goal for appearing today.
Hey, do you
Believe
think I
it
can
or
tag
not.
myself? I do at Jack's Cheese. It works.
Oh, guys. Yes. On another note, while LSuperSonicQ is gone, it's time for the promotion corner. Everyone knows that
Promotion
LSuperSonic
corner.
is the biggest loser in the call, but we have the best super cool dude in the call right now. His name is Jax Cheese. Everyone go visit him at jaxcheese.bandcamp.com to check out his
Am I the
super
super cool
music.
dude? Actually, you're a mod, right? Can you link me in the chat?
Oh man, I can link you in the chat. Let me just check if I have the link right. All right, there we go.
If anybody here from last week, we were talking about putting the official LSSQ theme song up, and it's up now. You can go find it now if you were looking for it last week.
Oh man, Relay is having an existential crisis, wondering why. Why they're a mod. Well, Relay, you're a mod because you're a good one. You're someone who LSuperSonicQ trusts to be a mod. I've seen you delete all those horrible messages as I've been looking at the chat.
I'm back.
You have done your job very well.
Okay, thanks, Red.
Oh, cool.
Just sub to Jax Cheese, Little Red. You're a player. I bet you get all the hot grills with those sizzling hot dogs and hamburgers
What
for
are
a
you?
cookout.
Hot dog warrior.
I bet you have a George Foreman grill. Oh man, those are pretty good ones.
Do I like Twitch? Awesome King said. I like watching stuff on it, but I would never use it or anything like that.
Looks like we're almost at 9. Are we going to continue the stream, or are we going to end it soon?
We can maybe go for like 10 more minutes, I guess. I'm kind of feeling like maybe 10 more minutes, and then we'll end it.
10 more minutes after that phone
I'd make
call.
up for that phone call.
Thoughts on bootlegs? Oh, good one.
It's going to bootlegs, guys. My favorite bootleg is that one with Sonic, and he is wearing the sunglasses.
What?
No,
The one that we made to represent Mario. The emote. Do you remember that one?
Oh, okay. That's yeah. Okay, that's it. Yeah, that's SuperSonicQ. I don't like
SuperSonicQ.
Yeah, but you gotta say like SuperSonicQ because it's like spelled dumb.
SuperSonicQ.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that sound like I don't know, like Chinese or something when you say it.
Whoa, Chinese? Oh yeah. Speaking of,
I mean, it's a Chinese bootleg, I'm pretty sure.
You should all read some of those Chinese web novels. They're a new thing with an exploding community. I mean, it's pretty growing. It's having trouble.
Wait, really quick. Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you there. Connor was saying Dreamcast Warriors sounds pretty cool. That does sound cool. If they did like a Sega, like kind of like game like that, I'd be down for that. Keep going with your plug.
I'm not plugging anymore. That was awful.
Okay, so what, are you done or?
I'm seeing we've got some
I was
questions.
just doing it to fill in the time. I mean,
I know
find a
something
better
you
conversation topic.
This is something you definitely want to talk about. Is me and my friends.
There are no updates on that, and there will never be any more updates. I'm not re-uploading the video, and it's never going to be found. So no, nothing.
I've received threats that if you don't re-upload the Me and My Friends video, the Mario Party 5 Luigi plush will get it.
Good. Destroy them all. Rid the world of such, I don't know, whatever, cancer.
Anyone have any thoughts on Mario Party 5 Luigi Warriors?
Oh my.
Man.
Wow.
Oh yeah, and also at
Hold up, really quick.
Shiganian,
Wait, I'm gonna
you are
cut you off
ruining
again.
this dream.
Okay,
Please
we're
get out.
Did he disappear?
Wait, am I lagging again?
No, you're
No,
here.
okay,
I
I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to say before this went too far up. Send me a brownie said, "Would you do more videos on Lost Kids Media like Sesame Street and all that?" Yeah, the plan was to do little Einstein's pilot and the Dora pilot and like not Backyardigans. What's the one? Wonder Pets pilot, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's on the schedule. I just haven't gotten around to it. Ed
Good question here.
Mario's leaving, so thanks for stopping by. What did you say?
Got a good question here.
Okay.
Where is Pat Mac?
Yeah, where is Pat Mac? Where's Mario?
Yeah, they're working on
Where
videos.
is the Lost Media team that was supposed to be in the stream instead of us three losers?
Yeah. Patak and Mario are working on videos, and the Lost Media people had other things to do.
Oh, that
Otto
was a
said,
voice crack.
Otto said, what are your thoughts on the debate whether or not physical media should be considered lost media? I think it should. I think certain items like the Geno plush, like the 24-karat gold Game Boy Advance, stuff like that, I think should be lost, should be considered lost. That's, I would say, I would say I'm for it, but there definitely are a lot of like criteria that a certain item would have to be to be considered lost.
What kind of criteria? Does it have to be have no recorded existence, like to be in the hands of somebody before, of course, it gains coverage?
That would be a good start, yeah, because we've never seen the Geno plush. We've never seen a real 24-karat gold Game Boy. So that would be a good, I would say pretty much that.
My friend had a 24-karat gold Game Boy, but I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, I had a Geno plush.
Coincidentally, they also had a Jail the Tails plush and a Geno plush, but I don't know what happened to those either.
Yeah, Jail Tails is actually a pretty rare plush. Like, you just don't see them.
I have one of those.
Looks like people are
basement.
asking to be on the stream.
I'm not doing call-ins or anything right now. I mean, maybe in the future we'll have some different people, but for tonight and probably next week, probably all of June, we're kind of filled up with different guests. There are some really cool guests that I plan on having on the stream.
Do I have a YouTube channel? Asks Little Red. I don't have a YouTube channel. Sorry to disappoint you, friend. But of course, you could check out my Dean Justine and subscribe anyways. Hey.
You could be one of those 1 million subscribers and no videos channels.
Hot dog. Yeah, they just, well, back when people could subscribe to others because they could see what comments they made.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comment followers. Oh, man. Oh, sad face. Sorry, Lil Red. I wish I had a YouTube channel.
Should make one.
I should make one.
You can just talk about how you hate everything. Oh, there's already a channel for that. Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I hate everything.
Pillu-X2 said, do you think Jailed Tales is legit or bootleg? I gotta say bootleg, probably. I don't think there's any way it can be real. Moa said, LSuperSonicQ, will you do any more Lost video games or bring back Hoaxtacular? Both of those are actually in the works, so yes. Nickelodeon Fan 21 said, would you consider doing gameplay videos, like Let's Plays, if that's what you mean? Nah.
Were we gonna do a SA2, or like we were talking about doing that sometime?
Yeah. I would be down for doing that if it was a more like intuitive kind of thing. But if I think some people were actually just saying to me, you should just film a Let's Play. Like I'm not gonna just film a Let's Play.
Right.
But yeah, I would be down for doing that with you. That idea.
Dude, we should do some like games night streams with the whole crew.
When we finally get around to doing Four Swords, we could record it. We just gotta borrow Hugh's capture card.
Maybe we could play the whole LSuperSonicQ and Friends Cards Against Humanity stream.
Oh, that would be funny because that would be easy to screen record, and we could just get the audio easily.
Or you could choose like
You're
one
trying
of
to
those
keep your stream PG.
Jackbox games like Quiplash or that stuff.
I don't know.
Hey,
If,
I've got a nice question from the chat here. This is probably something you want to talk about. Would you consider doing another video on me and my friends?
I hope that's a joke. I'm gonna hope it's a joke because you should know the answer to that already. Anime X Magic was saying, "Can you get pan pizza on the stream?" I don't think he'd ever come to my stream. I would have a greater chance of being invited on his stream because Bedhead Bernie actually got on his stream once, I think, once or twice. And I mean, Bernie's a cool dude and stuff, and he makes really good content. And I try to say this in a way where I don't sound like a jerk. So I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but I think my topics are more lost media, and I have more subs than Bernie. So I mean, maybe if Bernie was able to do it with like his 10,000 subs, maybe I can do it with my 18,000 subs. But I don't know. I mean,
Oh, bring up the 18K.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit 20K
tomorrow.
soon.
And then tomorrow, when I listen to this stream, I'll be like 18K. I have 23,000 subscribers now. 5,000 overnight.
Jack's Cheese comments, "Hey, LSuperSonicQ, what's the situation with the Me and My Friends video?"
Oh my god. Yeah, you can watch my video on that. Oh, JTV said, "You said Rebel Tax is an idiot." I mean, well, that was first off, that was a really long time ago. But second, I still don't like what he did. I think that was an intentional troll to get views, especially as someone who spent so much time on a day with SpongeBob as I did. So, I mean, I don't like him for that, but like, not gonna, a day with SpongeBob is over. That's done. So I don't really care anymore.
LSuperSonicQ, I'm gonna put you on the spot here. What are your thoughts on adding JTV onto an LSuperSonicQ stream?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe like, I mean, we'll do guests or call-ins or something someday, but not right now.
Not right now? But
No.
you're going to have John on a stream. What if JTV has a birthday?
Well, maybe on his birthday.
You can't just start adding people to streams on their birthdays. There's people with all sorts of birthdays.
Actually, yeah.
I find this unfair, but I guess John has a mod priority since he is a mod.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I've known him for longer. I want to shoot through 3 questions real quick. Generic name said, "What did Rebel Taxi do?" So long story short, way back during the Day with SpongeBob era, back like when we still didn't know it didn't exist, he teased that he was going to make a video. This is like right after it blew up on 4chan. He teased that he like was going to make a video on it, and he had like a printout inside of a DVD case, like totally legit. And everyone thought he had it. And at the end of the video, he just didn't have it. He played some kind of other YouTube like SpongeBob parody. And I've just always disliked that he did that, because like at the time it was such prime clickbait, and like I really lost it because I had seen other Rebel Taxi videos before that, and I'm like, oh, this guy's kind of cool. And then he just trolled me, and it's like why you got to do that? Like why? Like yeah, it was a joke or whatever, but like it wasn't funny to me because I was part of the search. But whatever. Maybe that's why he hasn't asked me yet, because he knows whatever. But I mean, that was a long time ago. A Day with SpongeBob is over. Like, you know, like who cares? RST Video said, "Hey, LSuperSonicQ, RST from the Last Media Wiki here, just tuned in. Oh, thanks for stopping by. We're taking questions right now." Hold up, and then I thought there was one other really quick.
Another really quick thing you can do is promote Amazing John HD's channel.
Well, I think most people
Already
kind of
did
know.
that.
I think most people kind of know.
Well,
He's
we
been
need to
plugging
do
his
it
channel in the
multiple
chat since the
times so that
beginning.
they get the point. All right, everyone. Amazing John, he's a very good guy. He makes solid quality videos. You should all subscribe to his channel. Am I convincing enough? You need to do it yourself, LSuperSonicQ. It has greater effect.
Well, everyone knows that John is a long time viewer of mine, so you know. Who's Cassie said, "Have you watched Cracks LSuperSonicQ?" Yeah, I think I did watch it once. It was okay. PluX2 said, "LSuperSonicQ, did you know the guy who started the whole Kekrok hoax?" Yeah, I talked to him before. It kind of like, I don't really know why that happened. I just really, I don't know. Like what really happened with that. I didn't talk to him that much either, but yeah, I I don't know. Like I said, another LSuperSonicQ video ruins a life, so I guess it's just another day in the
So
online.
Amazing John does make sculptures, right?
Yeah, he does. They're really good.
That's basically how you started your YouTube channel. So could Amazing John be another LSuperSonicQ in the making?
Maybe if he eventually abandons art and goes to some kind of like really popular subject matter, yeah.
Well, I
That's-
mean, you didn't move to a really popular subject matter now, did you?
Well, the Lost Media, I mean.
Is that really popular?
You tell me.
I
You
wouldn't
made it
think so.
popular if
If it was really popular with a channel like yours, you'd hit like 1 million subscribers already.
Well, I mean, I think that just takes I don't know. I think it takes time. Like I can't imagine Markiplier like hitting 1 million subs in a day. Like it takes time for that kind of thing anyway. So Lost Media is popular, and I'm making videos on it, but like it's still going to take time. RST Video said, "Oh, I really enjoyed the last video. It was really well done and really interesting, my man. Once again, keep it up, duder." Well, thanks. I was pretty iffy on that because like I said, it wasn't really a mystery. It was kind of just like, are they fake or are they real? But I think it kind of did turn out pretty well with what I had to work with. So, I mean, 10,000 views in a day is pretty good for me, and I imagine it'll only go up. So, I
Wait, 10,000 what's in a day?
10,000 views in one day on my.
I misheard it, thinking
Good.
10,000 videos in a day.
No.
Oh man, 10,000 views in a day. That sounds like a really easy task. And just make 10,000 1-second videos. Actually, can you fit 10,000 1-second videos in a day?
Probably not.
Let's check. Let's do the math.
Let me do the math.
Actually, you can. That would be about 3 hours. Well, 2.7777777778 hours.
But then like upload time and everything.
Upload them all
Sure.
at the same time. I mean, it's not going to take that many bytes.
Ed Mario's leaving, so thanks for stopping by. Moa said, "Hey, LSuperSonicQ, tell us what your next video will be on." I'll give you a hint. It's going to be about a Cartoon Network pilot next week on Thursday. So yeah, Cartoon Network pilot.
10,000 videos a day, and there's people with all sorts of birthdays. Thanks, Captain Rex.
Man, I missed those highlight quotes earlier in the stream.
Those are good highlight quotes.
Dude, Captain Rex is really cool with the highlight quotes. I like that. I like that's like a recurring thing.
Shout out to Captain Rex if he has a YouTube channel.
Well, it's right here.
Well, I mean, like one that makes videos.
But does he make stuff?
Oh.
Does he make LSuperSonicQ highlight reels?
Oh, that'd be great. Me
Yo.
and my friends highlight reels.
Speaking of me and my friends, Otto said, "I bet $50 that LSuperSonicQ's next video will result in a me and my friends situation." I want to say no because no, I disagree. I don't think so.
Quick, post it one. Actually, no. Otto, you owe me $50 because the next LSuperSonicQ video is going to be the VOD for this stream. Get wrecked.
Oh, true. Forgot about that. Yeah.
I'll link my PayPal in the chat. You could pay me my $50 there.
If you guys want to support my Patreon, don't forget about that, guys.
Oh wait. Let me wait a second.
Hey, Dean, you should support my Patreon.
I'm not going to support your Patreon because I don't have money, as I've claimed many times before.
Wow. TV, games, music, and cartoons said, "Could you do a Lost Media video about Socks the Cat, Rocks the Hill, or Bioforce Ape, whenever?" Some people have been talking to me about Socks the Cat. I have to look into it. Bioforce Ape, I think someone said to me that I should do videos that cover like already concluded topics instead of just straight up mysteries. So Bioforce Ape, if no one's done a video on that before, that might be a good one to do for that. So maybe that could happen. Reality with the Sonic Awakening. I got to do.
I thought this was an important comment to point out, but Jack's Cheese said, "Hey, LSuperSonicQ, can you talk about the situation with me and my friends?"
No.
Well, should I talk about it instead?
What? No, it's a no, it's a joke. RST video with the truth bomb. I wish everyone would watch the Me and My Friends PSA. People have been asking over and over about it lately. Yeah, I mean,
I guess a lot of people were asking, but if anyone's asking now, it's probably just for the meme.
Yeah, it's a meme going on. We talked about it earlier, RST video.
well, maybe for this chat, but I mean, I'd still get comments on the video and
I
stuff
believe that.
saying, and saying re-upload it or whatever.
Yeah, you should re-upload the Me and My Friends video.
Hey, maybe not.
Actually, guys, I have a downloaded copy of the Me and My Friends video. Check it out on my channel when I re-upload it. Thanks. Anyway, it looks like it's a good time to end the stream. What are your thoughts, LSuperSonicQ?
I mean, maybe we can go until 9:30.
Until
I'm
9:30.
kind of enjoying this with you guys, just
I'm
taking
having fun.
questions.
I'm having fun, but I feel like I want to
that-
go get something to eat, but I'm waiting until
Well, then just leave then.
No, I refuse. I will leave when the stream is over.
Guess we'll just have to stream forever.
Shit. Excuse my language.
Is Shiganian still here?
I'm still here.
I was
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, stop having.
Hey, what are your thoughts on
Oh,
what are your thoughts on the 1,000-Year Door?
You know, solid game. 10 out of 10. What more is there to say, really?
oh yeah. By the way, stream chat. I just want to expose.
Okay, well, I'm gonna.
Shiganian
Okay,
here.
wait.
He's actually had his mic muted for the majority of the stream. Exposed.
Okay, hold up. Okay. I'll just say these last two things. I'm assuming Awesome King is kidding. Email me the Me and My Friends video, and I'll re-upload it to Dailymotion. I'm assuming that's a joke, but I will say legit though. There was a video that had the Me and My Friends clips in it that was on Dailymotion for years, and it was taken down today. And the YouTube equivalent. Like, they went after all the videos. And then Neko Got Swag was saying, it would have been easy to beat the strike and keep the video up. You never intended to target anyone. Yeah, I know it wasn't, like, that's not my fault, but, like, it still happened. And regardless, like, the people that contacted me were, like, super, like, they weren't even, like, negotiating. They were pretty much, like, take the video down or, like, whatever. And, like, I'm not going to fight that. Like, it's not worth it. Like, honestly, it's not worth it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I don't think I really had a case, but it wasn't worth fighting because it wasn't really a matter of the clips. Like, that's the thing. If it was just, you used whatever guy's clips, like, okay, yeah, I would have been like, well, it's fair use. Like, okay. But, like, the matter far exceeded that. Like, it wasn't just, you used his clips. It was like, hey, this video prompted, people to, like, do that. I think the idea behind taking it down is that if it was left up, there's a possibility people would do it again. And I don't think he wanted that. So, I mean, it kind of is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, sure, LSuperSonicQ could have disputed it. I mean, it's not like it was a whole real copyright thing, but it was a big problem in general, and it would have been more important to sacrifice the views to make someone's life better.
Yeah, and I think in general too, it would have been better just to sacrifice the video and pretty much go on with the channel, because had I decided to fight it, pretend I did, that strike would still be on my channel, and that would, like, cause problems for it. So it just was easy
I don't think
all around.
It was
don't
only
think
for a few months though,
stream when you
remember? It
have
was
one
until
strike.
August, whatever.
Oh, yeah, but, like, I don't know. That's like the whole summer. I heard rumors that if you get strikes, you can't stream. So maybe this wouldn't have even been able to happen if I still have the strike.
Hot dog. So, Shiganian, thoughts?
Thoughts?
But
Yeah, thoughts?
Just
about,
in general, just do I have any thoughts?
Yeah, do you have any thoughts? Do you think
Thoughts about LSSQCast Warriors?
Hot
I
dog.
think it could work. We've got a good cast of characters.
Got
Got some nice
Kekrok.
enemies. Yeah, we got Kekrok.
We got Pablo from One of My
Mac.
Friends.
We got Pat Mac and Mario.
We
I
got
think we could pull it
the
off.
man himself,
Killing
LSuperSoniQ.
John.
John.
There's John in there.
John would come in. John, you have the honor of being a part of LSuperSoniQ Warriors.
That would be pretty amazing.
Round of applause, everyone. Round of applause for John.
I'm not clapping.
Yeah, everyone probably just hurt their ears from that.
We should just like blow an air horn into our mics all at the same time. As a
Oh, that's like, that reminded me, like, people in the chat, you might remember this. When Mario would eat his mic, like, he'd just get really close to it and just yell into it during the stream, and, like, that happened.
Michael,
You just do something like
post
this.
videos.
Like,
Little,
yeah,
Little
exactly
Red, Little
like that.
Red's asking if you have a channel name. And do you post videos?
I don't. I've
Shame.
got one vid up there.
Shame
which,
on you.
Which
You used to
got
put
one
up a
vid-
bunch of Smash stuff, and now it's gone.
Oh
did
yeah,
a
you
channel
used to have a lot of
series.
Smash videos for all your mods. By the way, Shiganian, like everyone in this chat but me has some form of achievement. I'm actually a massive failure. Shiganian is working on a Kekrok mod for
This
Super
was covered
Smash
last
Bros.
time.
4.
This was covered last time.
Yeah, I'm just covering it again anyways. I'm Promotion Master
When's
69,
is
69,
the trailer
420.
almost done now?
It's getting there. Trailer is getting
Yeah.
there.
The trailer for
Well,
the
take your time, of
Kekrok
course.
mod is getting there, everyone. Just, yeah, I'm a failure.
PluX2, I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong, so LSuperSonicQ. Hey, I know I already asked this, but any thoughts on the Lost Phantom Blood movie? So that's a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure movie. I don't really have much to say about it, except I actually was thinking about doing a video on it, but it's been covered so many times before, so I'm not going to. But I do think a copy still exists. I think it was just taken off the market and just shelved. But I'm sure that a copy still exists. And actually, I never thought I would be saying this, but maybe all the JoJo memes are good. Because maybe if like everyone shows the company that like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is like really popular and like it's really like the fans go crazy for it, maybe they'll be inclined to release it just for the fans. You know, I know that they said they didn't like it because it wasn't a good fan movie because a lot of like, you know, whatever, the cool characters weren't really in it and it was like really bad and reception was mixed. But maybe for the sake of lost media, if JoJo fans are like vocal enough about it, maybe they'll release it.
Oh, one thing. Little Red asked if there was a second video that was taken down, because apparently he has an idea that there was a second one other than Me and My Friends. Was there one?
I don't think so. Was the only thing I can think of is when I did the stage debut video, there was like an original version that I uploaded and then I took down because I didn't like it. But other than that, I don't think I deleted any other videos.
Actually, I
There's
think it was
some-
your. I think maybe it may have been your mistaken video about the copyright strike. That could have been it.
Oh, maybe. Okay, yeah. If it was that, then yeah. When it first happened, I made a video telling people that I was looking into the situation, and then like literally within hours, the guy emailed me and the situation was resolved. So then I had to delete that one and make a update to the update saying like, okay, this is what happened.
Somebody a while ago linked a listing for a figure that's like a ridiculous amount of money. I don't know if I still have the link here, but he's been asking about it a couple times.
Connor with the Sonic figure, Sonic Adventure figure, the 21,000 Canadian dollars or whatever. I don't even know what that is in US dollars, but that's dumb. Guess what, guys? You should pay, I don't know. If it were me, I wouldn't pay, I'll just say in general terms. 50 or less for that figure. Probably less, I would say. I'd say like 30 is what I would probably pinpoint that figure at. Awesome King said, how about this? Redo the video and I'll remake the pictures in Gmod. I don't think that's gonna work. Unfortunately.
Nice Gmod 3D animation. Classic.
Oh yeah, that's what actually that because Yeah, there was the. Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I want to bring one thing up. One thing we have talked about in our friend group. How about remaking Lost Media?
Did we talk about that?
Yeah,
Yeah, we did. We
You
did.
may have to elaborate a little bit.
Well, like, remake Lost Media. We have all this information on these Lost Media videos, or whatever. But how about we like break it down? How each video, like how each pilot or whatever, would go out. Maybe animate it with clay or something.
Oh, I think I get what you're saying. That I kind of get. Okay, I get what you're saying. So like for example, we don't know what like the Me and My Friends pilot had in it. So instead of like trying to find the actual live action version, someone could make like a fan version animation.
Yeah, this is our Me and My Friends video, like Me and My Friends pilot. I mean, boom. Now everyone would know what the Me and My Friends pilot would include. You don't have to make it known that it's a fake thing. You could make it look like the real one.
Oh, so you'd be. I think that's like kind of messing with the whole idea of Lost Media, though. If you're making stuff up and then passing it off as a thing. That you
Well, I
found.
mean,
Oh, you mean faking it? Oh,
no,
what the heck?
I'm talking about the Me and My Friends one because nobody will know ever what it's like.
Oh, okay. I get what you're. Okay. I get.
Because I mean, you wouldn't want that one taken down.
Yeah. Okay, I follow this, but I still,
everything else, of course, you would. Yeah,
I still don't think it would work though.
It seems like it would be pretty hard.
pretty hard. Well, I think we were talking about this when we were bringing up like, what if we ran out of Lost Media?
Oh, and you would make more or something.
Yeah, just remake.
Oh, okay. I think I'm remembering this conversation that we had. Yeah. Unrelated to Lost Media though, generic names said speaking about insane amounts of money for things. There's a $2,000 listing for Sonic the Fighter Supersonic plush. If you guys ever see a Supersonic plush in the wild, you should pay. I would say between 500 and 800. That's a good price for that plush. 2,000, no.
To be honest, scalpers are my models. I mean, I want to be a scalper in the future. Just buying things at low prices and selling them at exorbitantly high prices, that's a good business model.
If you think so. Speaking of good business models, Mario 64646464 is in the chat. So that happened. I guess no one cares.
Cool.
Oh, I care.
Hey, by the way, it's 9:30. Relay said it was 2:30
Oh.
their time.
Right. Okay, we probably should be wrapping up. We'll take like 5 more minutes to questions and that's it. Having a good time just chilling. Am I interested in the Wiggles Lost Media? Not really. Okay, Captain Rex, do not quote when Dean just said I want to be a scalper. Don't quote that. Don't put that in the highlights.
You have to add. You have to make sure that I said it specifically.
No, don't even. No, don't even.
It's a good quote.
It's
Good
not.
meme. Good meme.
Star Wars Lost Media, LSuperSonicQ. Mick Clank said, I don't really know anything about Star Wars Lost Media or Star Wars Detours is Lost. I would have to like look into it. I'm not super interested in Star Wars though. Furby Man said, I found out something about Toy Network. Ooh, let me know.
Mario 64,
Mario?
64, 64, 64. Sonic 06, 06, 06, 06.
Oh, I thought you were going to read the actual question from him that said, how do you feel about my stop motion I'm working on? I think it's pretty cool because I enjoy your stop motions. That's awesome.
Yes, I want to be a scalper warriors. Where scalpers fight against the plushes they scalp. That would be a good game. Or maybe you could play as plushes to fight scalpers.
I imagine that would be a feature of the LSSQCast Warriors.
I feel like we need, for Dynasty Warriors, we need something more modern. World War II Warriors. Come on.
I feel like that hole has already been filled, though.
Has it?
Furby Man was saying Toy Network made made seasonal plushes of their other properties, such as Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah, I almost want to say that's more reason why the Sonic ones would be fake. Maybe a faker was like, oh, okay, well, if there were real Alvin plushes, we can get away with fake Sonic ones. Because I just cannot believe Sega would approve of a jailed Tails. Like, that just doesn't make any sense to me. So, that's an interesting theory, though. Connor said, did you hear about the situation with DBZ's original audio masters? It seems Toei just threw them away. Oh, I didn't hear about that. That's crazy. Once again, like, just like intentional, like, lost media, like, just they intentionally, like, well, I mean, I guess accidental lost media is more like it, where just, yeah, like they didn't think anybody wanted them, whatever, just throw them away. They were done with them. Dang. RST Video said, are you ever going to talk about Pinwheel or Clockman, or has it been talked about too much for you to add anything to the mystery? Yeah, I probably wouldn't talk about that. Some people have requested that video already, but yeah, probably won't, especially since I think Bernie and Kate made a video on it or something like that. So if someone outside of Lost Media Wiki made a video on it, I would maybe be a little more inclined to do it. But since Lost Media Wiki people in themselves have done it, I probably wouldn't bother with it. Plus, that search is really, really in depth, and like I feel like it's kind of too far gone for me to really try and get involved in it now. Oh, Mario was saying LSSQ Sega approved Metal Forces and Space Fighters. So that's true. That's not really in the canon of Sonic, but I don't know. I think the Jail of the Tails is like much more bizarre. Plus, Space Fighters and all that stuff really only encompassed like two small waves of, you know, like 4 characters each. So the Toy Network plushes were much more diverse. So I tend to think less that Sega would have approved of them, unless that could go along with a theory of there's one seasonal plush set that is official, which is where the Amy comes from. Maybe there is just one small plush set and everything else is fake, but not sure.
So, what are your thoughts on ending the stream?
Did someone ask that as a question? Or?
Well, that's
No.
what I'm saying. I mean, it's getting pretty late there, LSuperSoniQ.
I mean, if you guys want to like leave, you can. I don't know. I could probably go till 10.
Well, I don't want to leave halfway through, but I don't want to wait until 10.
You should just go get your food or whatever.
Maybe I should just leave.
I mean, you don't have to. I can end it if you guys want. I mean, I just was kind of feeling the questions tonight. Like, we got a good crowd, good questions. Like, I just feeling it.
Questions. Well,
Yeah, I can stay. I can stay longer at least.
I don't think I have anything to add to those questions for you, though.
Dang. Well,
I don't know. Well,
it's only 25 more minutes. You can do it.
I can do it.
You can do
And
it.
Connor, no, we're not going until 10:30. I'm going to leave it then at like before then.
Yeah, it'll definitely end at 10. We don't usually ever go this long, but you know. Oh, the True Legend. Looking forward to hearing the stream tonight after work. Oh, thanks, dude. That's awesome. I'm glad you still listen to these. Oh, Connor was saying go until 10:30 because he needs a good segue to the Samurai Jack marathon. I'm not caught up with Samurai Jack. Are you guys caught up with Samurai Jack?
Nope, haven't watched it in like 10 years.
There's
Well,
new
I mean,
ones, right? Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I have not watched the new ones. Actually, I didn't watch the old ones either. But
Oh. Well.
Oh man, the stream's making a meme of me not eating. I'm getting my food. It's
Okay.
It's just a candy bar, man. I'm addicted to chocolate.
You can just get it and then come back.
Well, it makes noise because I crack it apart.
Well,
That's why I was
just mute the mic.
fine. I'll play a Shiganian.
Wow. Shots fired. Moa said thoughts on Sesame Street's Cracks. I watched it a while ago. I forget what it was really about, but I don't think it was as scary as people were saying it was. But all lost media is scary. Oh, Sheep TV was saying, I think the ending to Samurai Jack was kind of meh. Season 5 started off great and kind of petered out, IMO. I think that's the one thing that I was really kind of disappointed in. I've only watched it to episode 5 or 4. I've seen episode 4. I have to see 5 and beyond. But like the series seemed really short. I thought it was going to go for like maybe 12, 13 episodes or even 26 episodes, a full run really. But it was only 10 short episodes, I think. So yeah, I'll have to watch it for myself to really, really get my opinion of it. Otto said, LSuperSonicQ, hey, Pat Mac, the man, is in the chat. Pretty hype.
We made it just in time.
Otto was saying, LSuperSonicQ, where would I send any fan art? You can send it to me on Twitter, at LSuperSonicQ. And I'll see it that way.
That's cool that you get fan art.
Yeah, I've gotten some really cool fan art.
The stuff that you've linked to us has been pretty cool.
Yeah, that's... I never thought I really reached status of fan art, but that's pretty cool that people are taking to that, wanting to create fan art of me.
Someday it would be cool to have a cover of one of my tunes. That'll be the landmark for success.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Is Shiganian still here?
I'm still here, yeah. Just not much to input.
Nobody's asking any tough questions.
We need some like deep philosophical stuff in here. Give us the hard hitters.
Hey guys, lost media.
Same.
Yeah.
Sheep TV said, anyone here know about Milk Walker? That's almost lost media. I've not heard about that. Connor said, LSuperSonicQ, would you say the topic-based channels have more chances of success than music channels? I have so many different philosophies with YouTube. Maybe Jack's Cheese could give you some input, actually, about music channels.
I'm not sure I know exactly what the question means.
I think what it's saying is like the channels like Game Explain and like all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let me get back to the question. Has more of a chance of being found and being more of a success than someone who does like creative stuff, I guess.
Well, I think sometimes we got to take into account is whether, like, for channels that have videos that address certain things, that's like their goal is to be successful on YouTube, and that's what they want to do. Whereas artists who put their stuff on YouTube, that's just another way of reaching people, and that's not necessarily like their main focus or anything.
All right, I'm back. Talking about music channels, music is guaranteed success. I mean, it's unique. You have tons of like Game Explain videos or whatever. I mean, come on. You gotta be serious here. Music is used for many things other than just simply watching videos. You can easily have it in the background of your work. You just gotta have the right music. And also, if you're not aiming for success on YouTube, if you're an artist or whatever, then what are you aiming for? You have to aim for success, or else you'll end in failure. Come on, guys.
I'm just saying, no, they don't care about like getting a bunch of subscribers necessarily, because like that's not their only platform for reaching people.
All right,
and that's
good
not
point.
like
They gotta be aiming for the views. I mean,
yeah, it's more just about people hearing their stuff, no matter what platform it's on. So like, to talk about are they more successful than other channels is weird, because like, what's the metric for success there? They have a different idea of what success is than somebody who's trying to make stuff that will get them more subscribers or whatever.
That was a really good way of putting it. I was kind of gonna say something that wasn't as nice sounding. Back like when I was doing clay and stuff, like just doing clay on my channel and like, you know, in the early 2010s and stuff, like I had a really hard time getting seen and stuff. So I've always thought that like creative channels, and like I don't really know what my intentions were with YouTube to begin with. I wanted people to see my stuff, but I think it was kind of like I wasn't really selling it or anything. I just wanted people to like my stuff. And I guess for that reason, I was mostly looking at subs and views, and I was getting hardly anything. It was a really hard struggle. So I want to say, like, from a general standpoint, like if you do a music channel or an art channel or a creative channel, that's going to be so much more difficult to get seen and popular than, you know, like anything else. Not only because people are searching for the news and stuff, but also news is kind of straightforward, whereas music and art is kind of dependent on person to person, how it looks and, you know, whatever. So I mean, definitely not saying like stop doing like your music and stuff, because that's not what I'm saying. But like, I do think, just from my experience with my clay that I was doing, it was really hard. And if I kept doing clay, I would probably have like, I don't know, like maybe 2,000 subs right now. Like I would not have the following that I do, just because of the topic, the nature of the topic. I think that also has to do with kind of the timing too, because as I was saying what I just said, back in like 2009 when I first started, my first video game clay figure model video got like 50,000 views. So, or like, I mean, it has 50,000 now, and like my most recent clay stuff has like a couple hundred. So back then, you know, things were different too. Like clay was that original, interesting, I guess, I don't want to say news topic, but like, whereas news topics are popular now, back then clay was the big thing because no one was doing it. But now it seems like, you know, everyone's doing news, but news is popular, so that's going to get the views, while the creative stuff kind of falls by the wayside. But that's just kind of, I mean, how I see it from what I've experienced.
Interesting. I do know that there's been a few game music cover channels that have gotten really big. Like when Smooth McGroove was getting started, he really blew up, and there's been a few others too. But I guess that's the difference between doing covers of stuff and doing original stuff. Because if you're doing covers of stuff, you have something that people are definitely looking for, and there's sort of a basis for following your work or whatever.
Yeah, that's why I almost think, that's why I almost think that, well, I kind of want to go back to clay to some extent. I want to show that in my channel in some way, because I still do sculptures and stuff, and I think it'd be cool to make videos of that. And I feel like to some extent I could do that now that I have so many subs, because even if, you know, the videos don't, you know, reach as wide as the Lost Media videos, you know, they're gonna get like a few thousand views at least from like my core, you know, like my hardcore LSuperSonicQ fans, which is something that never would have even been able to happen if I still had like 200 subs and I was posting my, you know, clay and no one was seeing it. So there's that too. But then again, I also feel restricted because I don't want to alternate content, because then people are going to be like, well, what happened to the Lost Media videos and stuff? And like, then it'll be why don't you re-upload me and my friends again? And I'll, you know, I don't want to deal with that. Uh, TV, games, music, and cartoons said, would you do a lost media video on the new Disney Pixar film? Probably not, because I think people have covered it before, and I'm not really at the Disney point yet in terms of lost media. Oh, Otto said, how do you feel about internet media and its importance? That's like a really deep question. I think, I guess I'm going to kind of specify like lost media just to put, maybe you meant this perspective, but I'm going to kind of spin it in this perspective. I think with the internet, it's like really, really cool how all these lost pilots and all these lost things that, I mean, arguably would have stayed lost forever if it weren't for the Lost Media Wiki, you know? I think that's really important that things like that get found and documented, because I don't know, I never really thought that deep about things becoming lost and things not existing anymore. But it's true that like stuff does just get lost forever. So I think the fact that the internet is kind of, or at least Lost Media Wiki, like I said, is kind of taking a cue to preserve that. It's really important because really, preserving lost media or preserving media is kind of the same thing as a museum or preserving video games. I know people talk about dumping ROMs all the time because I guess there's like that theory about cartridge rot, and someday all the carts aren't going to work anymore just because of age. So people want to dump the ROM and like document them so that we have these games forever in, you know, a digital format that will never, you know, be lost. So I think it's really important, and it's pretty cool that, you know, Lost Media Wiki exists so that the cartoon and movie and, you know, animation and that kind of side of things can get documented. I know like the Paley Center for Media and stuff exists and stuff, but I still think, generally speaking, lost media in terms of like cartoons and movies and stuff really isn't that big of a thing. Like I know there are a lot of communities that preserve video game stuff, but I still don't think there's a lot of push to do like the stuff Lost Media the Lost Media Wiki does. So maybe within a few years, lost media preserving can get like really big and really, you know, really important, but not too big to the point where freaking communities die and explode from it. Little jab at the end, you know.
We got a deep question here. What's everyone's purpose?
There isn't one.
Well, that was a pretty straightforward.
That's that.
Yeah.
Nice, concise answer.
Everyone's purpose is to find their own purpose.
Maybe.
Yay! I think we should end the stream with some philosophical chat. What are your thoughts on the meaning of existence?
Just you try to have a good time, and you know, that's my idea. Just get through it and enjoy yourself.
Well, that's wrong.
Oh, you're wrong.
Everyone should have a bad time. That's why this stream should be horrible. And that's why I've been trying to ruin it from the beginning.
I knew it.
Exposed.
Exposed.
Two really quick comments. Mega Turtle was saying, which property do you want Lego to make a game based on? I mean, an entire Sonic Lego game would be pretty cool, but honestly, I'm not that into Legos anymore in really any regard. So I'd say maybe like Sonic or Zelda, but because you could have fun with it, but I probably wouldn't really play it or whatever. And then Moe was saying, I was saying thoughts on Crack, which I think I said earlier I watched once. I don't really remember what it was about, but it wasn't scary. PiluX2 said, LSuperSonicQ, what are your thoughts on the Lost Billy and Mandy pilot? The creator actually released a very early animation featuring Billy and Mandy, but it wasn't the one people were searching for. Yeah, I was actually disappointed at that because I thought it was what people were searching for, that one screenshot, which I guess was just a random mock-up. So when the actual thing released, I was pretty disappointed because it wasn't what I thought it was, but it's still pretty cool to have. I just wish we could get like a super duper clean, like super perfect quality, because I don't know if we have a perfect quality thing yet. I think we still have like people recording it on a screen.
I have one thing I want to say. So, I've noticed the one, the only, the legendary, the man, the myth, the legend, Pat Mac, in our chat. So, I was gonna tell everyone to subscribe to Pat Mac. Pat Mac makes some quality videos, although I think he should really make a Pikmin 2 video. Just saying. Pikmin 2 video would be appreciated.
Guys,
Mac.
type 1 in the chat if you want Pat Mac to make a Pikmin 2 video.
Yeah, type 1 in the chat if you want Pat Mac to make a Pikmin 2 video.
Finally.
Finally.
So,
John, stop spamming, John.
The mods are ruining the stream.
yeah, actually, you're right. Yeah. Oh my god,
Threaten to take away the mod status. No, no spamming.
John, I'm gonna evoke your mod powers. At any rate, are there any like actual like last words, last thoughts? Oh, hold up.
Mother 3 at E3, please.
Schreider Rad said, thoughts on the animation community, specifically on Mr. Enter and stuff with Scout Fly. I don't know who any of that is, but I've heard bad things, so I'm going to say it's probably pretty bad. Okay, take it away, Jax Cheese.
All I wanted to say was Mother 3 at E3, please. That's it.
Well, there you go.
I don't know if anyone in charge of that decision is watching, but that's my request.
All right. Well, 5 minutes till the moon falls. So, 5 minutes.
What do you mean the moon falls?
Just Majora's Mask.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the literal act of the moon falling towards the earth, thus causing an apocalypse for our kind.
Well, RST Video's leaving. See you, LSuperSonicQ. Have a nice night. Thanks, you too. JTV said, can I be on the stream for the rest? No, we're ending in 5 minutes. It would probably take 5 minutes to even get you in the stream.
You should just drop the stream link into the chat for the last 5 minutes.
No. That's no.
Yes. It's
you
gotta
tried that
happen.
before, right? Didn't it work great?
No, I don't think I intentionally tried that before. What happened is, at the end of the stream, everyone who had the link from like the entire night, so like 6 or 7 people, just all joined at the same time.
No, but we should do it anyways. We should just leave it in the chat.
No, I'm not doing it.
Just a final 5-minute stream with everyone being able to talk to each other.
No.
And Real A could be a mod in here too. Real A is like the MVP of this stream. Let's be completely honest.
Jax Cheese, here's a question for you. PillowX2 said, does anyone know what happened to the Mother 4 fan project? There was a lot of hype when the trailer came out, but it didn't come out, and that was like 2 years ago.
Yes, it's still in development. They keep pushing the release date back. It's no longer a Mother fan game. They took away all the Mother branding. It's just an RPG now. But it's still got like the same vibe. Seems like it could come out eventually soon, maybe. There's really no solid release date anymore.
Could
so it's
come
kind of
out eventually
disappointing.
soon, maybe.
but it's still going.
That sounds very confident there.
If you go on r/mother4, you can get most of the updates. There's a couple AMAs on there. They usually repost the blog posts. If you're trying to follow the news or whatever, that's the place to go.
Hey, can I get the link to this Hangouts?
You're in the Hangouts.
So if I take the link and I post it in the chat, would they be able to
No,
do it?
don't.
You're just asking to get your mod power taken away.
No!
Hold up.
GTV was banning.
Shredder Rad said, have you heard of the guy named Mars Reviews? Nope, I haven't heard of that guy. What time is it?
9:56.
All right, let me know when it hits 10, because I guess my clock is off.
I guess we're kind of running out of stuff to talk about now.
Yeah.
This is good, though.
It was a good stream, though. I had fun.
I kind of peaked early on, I think, with the 2D fighter idea, but we kept it going.
Yeah.
It's been too long. Long stream?
Long stream.
Long stream?
Thoughts on Snail Word Warriors?
What is that?
Teenage
It's,
Gary Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, we're right.
No. Just no. That's my most viewed video.
Is it really?
It is, yeah. Oh, Foxy Boy was saying there was a FNAF plush revealed. Stop. At Toy Fair, but when it was given a release date and soon in packages with the others, it wasn't there. Not a huge Five Nights merchandise guy, so not quite sure about that, but maybe I could look it up.
I am an anti-fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm just going to say
Because
I hate
you
Five
hate
Nights at
everything
Freddy's.
that's cool to hate. Yep.
Yep. I hate everything. Oh, wait, no. That's a YouTube channel. I hate most things.
Hey, LSuperSonicQ, when's the stream starting?
It's gonna start. What time is it?
It's 9:58.
It's gonna start in 2 minutes.
Are you going to start another stream, just a solo stream? Or are you going to, like, add Pat Mac, John?
Oh, I was kidding. I'm not gonna do anything else after.
Oh, no. You know when the stream's going to start? When I post the Hangouts link in the chat.
No.
This is actually the pre-stream.
Yeah, this is a pre-stream. Yeah, the whole thing.
This is a pre-stream. We're about to. Oh my god! I hate everything. Oh wait, no. Nice one, Rex. Nice one.
Do I think what Szechuan sauce qualifies as lost media? Is that like that McDonald's thing?
Yeah.
It is.
I'm not really sure what like the history is, but I know that's like the sauce thing, yeah.
Well, in that case, I guess maybe it counts as lost media. I guess if like toys can count, I guess food counts. What's the time looking like?
9:59.
Oh man, 1 minute.
Actually, it's
How many
only
guys?
20 seconds left. For the last
Dang.
20 seconds, I'm actually going to try and snap a picture of my cat, like turn my camera on, and just like show my cat. Oh man, I'm gonna show my cat, guys. Come on,
Don't show your cat.
let's turn on my
What do
camera.
you think this is?
It's my cat. Say hi to the stream, cat.
What is this stream supposed to be?
See, yeah, I did it. Oh man.
All right, are we at time?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're 30 seconds over.
Dang. All right. With that said, we're gonna end here. So thanks, my co-hosts, for helping me out, and thanks, guys, for watching. New video this Thursday, and the LSSQCast next Saturday. So with that said, I'm LSuperSonicQ, and until the next video. What if I just didn't say Finn and left everyone hanging?